Hello, 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 coolies. Happy New Year to you all. May this 2025 be a great one for all of us and for Barça. This is the first game of this new year, and it's a whole new competition for us. Our debut in the Copa del Rey. We face a team from the Segunda Federación, Barbastro, but make no mistake, I'm sure it's going to be a complicated one, just as it was last year, just as it was the year before. These teams are from lower tiers, but they put up a good fight when they have to face teams like Barça. So I'm sure it's going to be a complicated one. It's going to be an exciting one. Marbrau is in Barbastro, and he's going to give us Barça's lineup.
Hi Robert, good evening from Barbastro and Happy New Year, Happy 2025. How are you? How are you also, Barça Live fans? We are back and we want this year to be very important for our club, for FC Barcelona. We don't think about what happened in the last games in 2024. Today only we are focused in this game. We are playing against Barbastro, a team who played in the 4th division in Spain. It's the same place where we started the Copa del Rey last season. We won here 3-2. It was not an easy game, but today we want also to win and to go ahead in the Copa del Rey competition. For the moment, it's not a very cold day, but I have to say that we don't want an extra time. We don't want a penalty shootout because I think for the moment I don't have the scarf, I don't have the gloves, but I have to say that maybe in the second half it will be a very cold place. So we want Barça to play very well today, of course, and we have important news in the lineup. We have the first lineup of 2025. Remember that we have important players out due to injuries like Marc-André ter Stegen, Marc Bernal, Lamine Yamal, of course, Hector Fort, Andreas Christensen, Ferran Torres, and finally Rafinha did not travel this morning to the technical decision. So let's go with the lineup with two important news. The first news is that the goal for the first time in his career today, Wojciech Szczesny will play as a Barça goalkeeper. First official game for this goalkeeper that has trained last month with FC Barcelona, and today will be the first match for him. And the second important news for today's game is that we have Ronald Araujo back. The Uruguayo is back with the team after more than 7 months without playing with FC Barcelona. Today he will play as a centre-back next to Íñigo Martínez, with Jules Koundé as a right-back, with Gerard Martí as a left-back. The holding midfielder today will be Eric Garcia, with Frenkie de Jong also as a midfielder, and Pedri will play as an attacking midfielder. Remember that without Lamine Yamal and without Rafinha, also Hansi Flick has to give confidence to other players. Today, Pablo Torre will play maybe as a left wing, with Lewandowski playing as a striker. He scored one of the goals of the victory last season, and Fermin maybe will play as a right wing. So let's go with the Copa del Rey. Let's go with the 2025. This is the lineup for tonight's game.
That's the energy, Marc. Thank you very much. We'll come back to you in a second. There is Barca's lineup, a debut for Tech Szczesny, a re-debut for Ronald Araujo, or a return from a long injury which has kept him out for the beginning of this season. I was very happy to see 2024 go away with how it ended, and I'm very hopeful for this 2025. Joining me here in the studio today, Jamie Coles, Adrian Bialkowski. How are we doing, guys? Yeah. Is it a debut for you as well, Jamie?
This season. I think this is the first Barça Live I do this season. Hopefully... And this year, of course, this year. Yeah, hopefully not bringing back some old ghosts with me. But yeah, no, I'm excited for it to be this match, you know. I'm all in for kind of single leg cup matches. That's my thing.
And yeah, I hope that you don't bring back the vibes from the past. Those who watched Barca Live in past seasons may remember that Jamie Coles was somewhat of a jinx when he appeared on this show, but the avocado socks used to bring us good luck. They don't anymore. Jamie Coles may no longer be the jinx. Adrian Bialkowski, it's been a while. The last time I saw or heard from you, you were in Dortmund.
Yes, I was. It was a great trip with a good result, which is not always the case when we play away in Champions League, but it was a great trip to one of the most iconic stadiums in Europe. It was my first time there, so I was very happy to be a part of the well, it was 3,500 culés in the stadium, so it was a massive trip.
And they got to enjoy that big win for Barca in Dortmund, which feels like an eternity ago. I think it's just as cold as it was in Dortmund tonight in Barbastro, from what I'm being told. You can rate the lineup that is on our screens right now, right underneath me here. from 1 to 10. 1 if you don't like it, 10 if you do like it. Of course, I know there will be questions from you guys regarding the status of the Dani Olmo Pau Victor affair. We have an official statement from the club, which I will read out later on. I'd rather talk about the football right now, focus on the football, because guys, as I said at the top of the show, these games, from what we know from the past, are never easy, in spite of what you may think, facing a team from 3 tiers below.
Yeah, on paper, you know, it should be a breeze. But these teams come out with absolutely nothing to lose, wanting to give it all 100%, and you know, leave it all on the line. I think Barbastro as well. They took a pretty convincing 2-0 win over Espanyol.
Yeah.
So they'll be hoping to kind of come out and do some damage today. Like I say, single leg knockout cup football for me is often quite exciting, and we can see that kind of essence of the competition of football, and I'm sure we'll see it come out today. I think Barca, I think they're going to come in pretty strong, and Hansi Flick said yesterday in the press conference, he said, I watched last year's match, he's done his homework, and Barca, I hope, are going to kind of give as much as they get today.
And Adrian, I'm sure you will like the lineup. Of course, there's a lot of things to like about it, but
I'm giving it
Polish
a 10
players
already giving it a 10.
You're giving
I
it a
was
10.
waiting for this game, and I'm so happy to be here because Wojciech Szczęsny will debut today. Finally, after a couple of months of wait, we'll see him play. I actually saw him in Barca's open training just a couple of days ago at Stadio Johan Cruyff, and he looked very fresh. He didn't get scored on, so I'm hoping that he will fit right in.
Right, well, Kondwani Manuke says it's a 10 out of 10. RF Games going for a 9. Biscal Barça going for a 6. Carolina says a 10 out of 10. And Carolina, I know you'd been hoping for Szczęsny to start for quite a long time, so this is a good one for you. Football is Life going 6 and then 7. So Football is Life changing his or her mind. And Kuchmin Saramati an 8 out of 10 for this lineup. I have a question for you guys, and of course for you guys on the couch as well. Who is going to be the key player to tonight's game? Could it be Szczęsny? We do know that these single elimination games can go to penalties as well. That's an option. So might he be key in that regard? Hopefully not. Pedri, one of the established players in the lineup today, as well as Lewandowski. If he has a good game, Barca tends to have a good game. Pablo Torre, a player who hasn't had as many minutes as of late and who'll be wanting to prove himself. Jamie, Adrian, brief answers, because I have to go to Brau.
I will go with Pedri because he's our mind, he's our brains of the midfield, and hopefully it's not Szczęsny. Hopefully, I mean...
Hopefully he has just like a vacation of a night.
Yeah, I want to see him do something on the pitch, maybe stop a couple of shots here and there, but other than that, I don't want him to be a hero of this game, no.
Pablo Torre's been looking good in the minutes he's had, but I think it's going to be Pedri midfield magic tonight.
I will go with Pablo Torre. What I've seen of him this season generally, I've liked. When he's had his opportunities, he's taken them. So I'm excited to see what he can bring to the table tonight. Right, Mar Brau got to speak to Hansi Flick a few minutes ago, so let's go and hear what he had to say.
As usual, only a few minutes to start the game today. Cup game against Barbastro. We are with our coach, with Hansi Flick. How are you?
I'm good, thank you very much.
Well, first game of the year, you said yesterday in the press conference that the team is ready, the team has trained very good. So how do you see the team for today's game?
Ready for that. So I also said to the team it's important to have a good start in this new year, and so they have to do it.
You said yesterday that, of course, the players maybe can know exactly more than you because they played most of them than the game last year. So do you think it could be a reference?
Yeah, why not? So it's you know, when you play in the COPA against such opponents, it's very important that you play seriously and very focused, and this is what we want to do.
Let me ask you the last one. I want to ask you about two names. One is Tech Szczęsny, for the first time playing at the goal, and the other one is Ronald Araujo, for the first time also playing this season. How do you see them?
Yeah, first of all, we are really happy to have Ronald back. He's the absolute leader, so he's good for us, for our team. And Tag, of course, he deserved it. He's doing well. He improved a lot the last month, and of course, in the dressing room, he's an unbelievable guy. Yes, and he deserved it well.
Thank you and good luck.
Thank you very much.
The words of our coach, Hansi Flick, wherever you go. Well, we can show that right now, Hansi Flick is signing to these kids who are saying his name. It's an important game for the club, for Barbastro, of course, for Barça. And we see right now Hansi Flick just taking these photographs. So we listen to our coach talking about tonight's game and about these two names, Ronald Araujo and Wojciech Szczesny.
You've got to love it. You've got to love it. Hansi Flick has always got a moment to sign some autographs and take a picture with the fans. Fans who will be excited today in Barbastro. They got to play Barça last year. They made it difficult for us. It was a 3-2 win, if you remember. Tonight they'll be looking to put up a fight as well. And their lineup, a 3-5-2 formation with two wing-backs. Arnau in goal, Israel, Oscar and Santigosa at the back. The two wing-backs are Hugo Bautista and Cito Barrera. In the midfield, Javito, Jaime, Guillermo Alonso and Javi Alvin, and up front, Ander El Haddadi. None of the two scorers from last year, Dearo or Marc Prat, are in the starting lineup. They are on the bench. Barbastro team that are struggling in the Segunda Federación. They are 16th out of 18th, 3 away from the salvation zone, and they've won just 2 games, one of which was their last game of 2024. Right, it's game time. Guess the player time. And Jamie, since it's your first time on the show this year, I'm going to give you the first go. These are photographs from the Open Doors training session that we had the other day.
You were there.
Right before the end of the new year. So, Jamie, this one's for you.
Fermin.
Right. Yes, so you're going for Fermin as well. I would say Fermin.
You're saying Fermin. Both of you would have said Fermin. Let's see. Gurklo says Fermin. Patrick Agas says Pablo Torre. Expambo says Rafinha. Mlody Cap says Pedri. Didi Lala says Fermin. Who else have we got here? Savant says Fermin as well. CNSTKSY says Fermin. And Matthew Martinez says Fermin. If you're all saying Fermin, it must be right? Is it?
Yeah.
Come on. Success. You're much better at this than Spencer already, Jamie. Right, let's go for the second.
I wouldn't get too used to that.
Let's go to the second mystery player, and this one is for you, Mr. Bialkowski.
This one's a bit more tricky. Could it be?
Could it be you? Because like the silhouette, if you like go sideways a bit, give us your profile. It looks a little bit like you.
A little bit.
Maybe that's a clue.
I'm not that good at football, definitely. That's for sure. It looks like it's Lewandowski.
All right.
Like,
is that your guess?
Yeah, let's go with Lewandowski.
Well, let's see what they're saying on the live chat. Matsi says Lewandowski. Kundwani says Lewandowski. Survivor fan 50k says Lewandowski. Messi fan says Levy. Savant says Leva. Is there a difference? Didi Lala says Leva.
I can explain it to you.
Nakis says Lewandowski. And Kevin Montalvo says Lewandowski. It's overwhelmingly Lewandowski on the live chat.
Surely.
So surely it has to be our Pichichi himself.
I'm disappointed you didn't get that sooner. I thought you'd have been like straight in Lewandowski.
Right, and as the players finish their warm-up, I'm giving you the last secret player. Last guess the player. Who might this be? This one's for the two of you.
That's a tricky one. And this happened to me the other day when I was watching the training. They all wear like the buffs, and it kind of throws you off.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's. Do I make my guess?
Yeah, make your guess.
I think it's Rafinha.
Adrian?
Yeah, let's say Rafinha as well.
So Toxic Wolf.
I have no idea.
Says Rafinha as well. El Mejor says Rafinha. Abhey Mirashi says Rafinha. Savant says Rafinha. Sylvia says Rafinha. Ex-Bambo says Rafinha. Eozet says Koundé. Yeah. If Mark Brau is there, he can take a guess as well. And he's not there at the moment, so let's reveal who the...
Yeah.
3
There
out
you
of 3.
go. Not bad, not bad.
I don't know if it's the
That's a
first
good
3 out of
start.
3 of the season. Good effort, guys.
Let's go.
Good effort.
Let's go.
Right. Marbrau is gradually
There he is.
getting himself ready. Marbrau, all yours.
Hi Robert, how are you? Well, live stream for Barbastro. Now it's the quiz time. We don't have many minutes just to explain, but you talk a lot about the game. But I have to say that to start the year, I have a very special guest to do the quiz tonight. Please, standing ovation for Spencer Siegel. How about you, man? What are you doing here?
I have a job. What about you? What are you doing here?
Well, I have a job, so what are you doing here?
I'm broadcasting the game in English for the entire world to hear.
Okay, so maybe...
Tell them no today. I'm sorry, guys, back in the studio.
So if you're not following the game in Barça Live, you can follow the game if you watch the game in the international pool with Spencer Siegel. So usually, remember that we ask the questions to Spence the first, and usually Spence at the beginning of the season, you don't make it very well, but you are in a good streak in the last one. So.
And we're live, so I have a better shot, right?
So you are live right now, so let's go to do the quiz with him. So I don't know if you study a lot about the game, but if you have to comment the game, you have to study.
Yeah, but you always end up finding a way to find the one fact that I don't know, so go on. Let's do it.
For the moment, you can see that for the moment, we are not very cold, but you have a good hat there. So Chicago Bulls, of course. So Uri, if you want to show exactly. This is one, okay. So let's go today, a special quiz edition with the Spencer Siegel live stream from Barbastro. In my mind, it's impossible to connect a guy from Chicago working in Barbastro. So it's crazy.
He might be the first
So let's
ever.
go. Remember that you can talk with us.
that's
You can
for
put your answers in the Barça live chat. So let's go to the first one. Do you know that Barça played here last season? So I want to know, Spence, who scored the first goal in Barbastro last year? Barça scored 3 goals. Lewandowski, Rafinha, and Fermin. Who scored the first one?
First one. Oh boy. Lewandowski, Rafinha, Fermin. My guy, I wrote this down earlier today and it's on my notes, but I didn't commit it to memory, so I'm gonna.
You have to say one.
I'm gonna say Fermin because Lewandowski's was a penalty late.
Yeah. Let's go with this. So it's good. It's good. It's good. Spencer Siegel live here. He got the first good answer.
4 out of 4.
Oh, have they lost their sound? They've lost their sound.
Yeah, we cannot hear you.
We can't hear you.
Well, but when we see the question,
It's
Right,
the Spencer effect.
Shall we
It's
take
the
over
Spencer
here? Are
effect.
they all right? Guys, anyone? Are they all right? No.
no.
Oh, no. Are they boycotting Spencer Siegel?
Okay, we have to change. So
There we go. That's it.
good right
Good.
now. Okay, it's right now. So please, Uri, come. Come with us. Come with us.
Backup
So
microphone.
as you noticed today with the Spence and with my cameraman Uri, so just touching the microphone just in the good bottle because I don't know what I'm doing. It's not the cold. It's not the cold. So well, for the moment it's the motion to get Spence live here on the Quiz on Barça Live. So let's go with the second one. Important one. How many people live in Barbastro? Let's go with 17,295, 20,367, or 61,567.
Okay, I said normally you don't give me the questions that I know, but I was just on Wikipedia like 5 minutes ago asking myself the same question. So according to the 2018 population census, it's 17,000 whatever you said.
It's correct. It's correct. It's correct. So, well, I have to say that the third one is the easiest one. So, when did we win our last Spanish Cup? Remember that Barça is the team that we have won more Spanish Cups, Copa del Rey. So, when was the last one? 2018, 2021, or 2022?
Okay, I'm going to answer the question quickly, and then I know we have to get going quick, so I'm going to return a question to you. The last one was in 2021 that they won. Between 2020, the 2021 season, but since that victory, how many wins does Barça have in the Copa against top-flight opposition?
Not many.
4 seasons, how many wins against La Liga teams do they have in the Copa?
I have to say in 21, 22, no. 1, 2, 3 or 4. Only one?
Real Sociedad. The rest, Ceuta, Barbastro, Intercity, none others.
We have to
Not
check.
often
We have
they-
to check. I don't agree with him because I think it's more teams. But I have to say that I'm very proud of you, Spence. 3 of 3 to start the 2025.
Thank you, thank you.
So
Mark's
this
been
is
our
why
mark.
Spence has to come with me just to get answers, not when he's in the studio. So Spence, thanks for joining us today. So if you want to say something to the guys in the plateau, Adrian, Jamie, and Robert.
Oh, Jamie's over there. Have fun, Jamie. We know you're a jinx, but not today, huh?
So well done, Spence. So get a good job today commentating the game for La Liga. So Spence today next to me in Barbastro. So a Chicago guy in Barbastro. It's like one of the films that you can follow in many platforms. So this I think it's a good moment, a good way to start the year. The microphone is not working in a while. Spence with me. Spence answering right all the 3 questions, Robert. So it's very good. So goodbye, Spence. We don't have much time, so let's go with the secret numbers. Rapid round, and let's go with the fast round. So 31, 230, and 2. Guys, rapid round, fast round. What do you think those numbers could be?
31 is the number of Copa del Reys we have won, of course. No clue what the other 2 are. 230 is the
goals,
number of
goals.
days since Araujo last played.
Ooh. No.
What?
And 2, I don't know, 2 times we faced Barbastro.
Yeah. It's good, right?
Well,
Or not?
I don't think it was so long since that
I have
Araujo
to
played.
say, Robert, that I lost you. I lost your sound. So, well, I don't know exactly what are you talking about the numbers. So sorry for stopping you. But the game is about to start. So, so let's go with the numbers. So 31 is the number of Spanish Cup trophies won for Barça in all history. 130 days since Araujo's last game. He played last game the 19th of May against Rayo Vallecano, so over 7 months. And 2 is the number of Polish players in Barca. The first one is Lewandowski, and today Chesney is playing for the first time in his career. I think that Barca today will win 3-0. I think it will be better than last year. So I have to go to my position. So guys, goodbye.
Bye-bye, Mark. And there is Mark's prediction. Guys, 3 out of 3
And
for
3
you
out of
on
3.
Guess the Player, 3 out of 3 for Spencer on the game quiz, and 2 out of 3 with the secret numbers. Not doing too bad here.
I think your guess was also correct, though.
Yes, also 2.
I think.
Yeah, I think twice
we
we've
need
faced
a fact
Barbastro
check
right.
on it, but
Yeah, we might have to check, maybe in the 1920s.
I checked SofaScore and it shows only 2 games.
Okay.
So I think
new
you
year, new
were
Barca
correct.
Live.
And new predictions as well. We have a 2-0 from me. I always think that these games are tight, are complicated. I hope we get a 5-goal fest. But yeah, my prediction is a 2-0. Well, I'd like you guys on the live chat to give us your prediction. Jamie, you're the only one predicting that we're conceding a goal today.
Yeah, so I was going to guess 3-0, and then they were like, oh no, everyone else has guessed 3-0, so I was like, I'll change it. And
You got nervous and...
I got nervous. I might come to regret that,
Peer
but,
pressure.
let's see.
We conceded last season.
It could happen.
It can happen.
It could happen, hopefully not, but, also we want a bit of a match.
Well, the players have stepped on to the pitch, and well, it seems like almost everything is ready, even though it seems like there are still 4 minutes to go until until 7 in the afternoon. There we go. The players are stepping onto the pitch now, right? It was the players on the bench who are gradually making their way. Let's take a look at Barca's lineup with Chesney in goal, Koundé, Araujo as our captain today, returning after 230 days. We've got Íñigo Martínez and Gerard Martín as well. A midfield with Eric Garcia, Frenkie de Jong and Pedri in the attacking midfielder position. Fermín and Paulo Torre will also be helping as well, and Robert Lewandowski up front. This is the round of 32 of the Copa del Rey, our debut in the competition this season, and I'd like to see some of your predictions on the live chat here. Let's see. Raylene says Barca 4-0. Bambo says the same. Carolina says 3-1, just because I don't want to jinx anything. in honesty, I think it will be 3-0 Barca. Juliana going 4-0. Who else have we got here? Ana Manchego going 4-0. 4-0 seems like the consensus result.
I've seen
here.
a 9-0.
9-0 might be a bit too much. You used to see those.
Why not?
Back when there were.
It's not Barça family, so I don't think that's possible.
Well, you used to see them back in the days when there was home and away games with these kinds of teams. Like during the Guardiola era, I remember we beat who was it? It was a team like Cornellà or something like that. We beat them 9-0 at the Camp Nou, but that is because they're not used to playing in such big stadiums. We would have an away game at their stadium first, which would usually end up like a 1-0 win or even a draw, and then go to Camp Nou.
The first game was always like, whatever, just let's not lose, and the second one was a distraction at Camp Nou.
Right, well, I have an announcement to make for you guys, and that is that you have a chance to win a Barca jersey, Barca shirt from this season, signed by all of the players. What do you have to do in order to get a chance to win it? Well, first of all, you have to go on your social media and follow the Barca Games account. The information is here, so it's at GamesFCB. Download the app. You can scan that QR code that is right here. And Barca Games is the official gaming platform of Football Club Barcelona. You can have all sorts of entertainment there. You can compete, you can play and even challenge other culés online in this virtual La Masia, this virtual culé community. Barca Live is a culé community as well. So is Barca Games. You've got all sorts of fun there to keep yourself entertained. Not during this game, you can do it after. But what you need to do in order to win that signed jersey, signed by all of the players, is to download the app and follow Games at GamesFCB on your social media. All I can say is, good luck. May the best win.
I'm going to win.
Or may the random pick win.
I've downloaded the app.
And follow them on social media. That is also a requirement.
Okay.
Find
Like
out
on
all about.
All social media, or just pick one, or you don't know?
I guess if you follow them on X or Instagram, you will find out all the information that you need to know to win this this signed jersey by all of the players. Right.
I'm gonna finish doing that after, because
we are ready to go.
Inigo Martinez, it looks cold. It looks chilly there.
It looks chilly there. Marbrau did say it was chilly. We don't have Marbrau at the moment, so we won't be able to communicate with him until we get further notice. And we are ready to go. Barca playing in the black kit, Barbastro playing in red and white. Diaz de Mera, the referee. And there goes the whistle. We are on the way. 2025 gets the ball rolling for Barca. And let's see what we get from this game. Let's see if Barca can make it through to the next round of the Copa del Rey. It's going to be an absolutely packed January with 4 different competitions. Copa del Rey, Supercopa, which is coming up next. There'll be La Liga, of course, as well. And even Champions League with the games against Benfica and Atalanta. Let's hope it's a good month. Let's hope it's better than December, which didn't end all that well.
And November, really.
And November.
Yeah.
There is Pablo Torre, who started on the right-hand side, and well, the conditions of the turf of the pitch don't look ideal, I would say.
That's a nice statement. Well, they look like they always do in these lower leagues, but I still remember one game a couple of years ago against Ibiza with the artificial pitch.
Yes. Oh, that was terrible.
That was...
Right, we do have Marc Brau. The first question I have for you, Marc Brau, is it cold? The second question is, who will be the first scorer of this game?
How again, guys? Well, for the moment, I have to say that it's not very, very I expected more Cole Hill, but as I said, just in the first connection, I think that we all are thinking to not have extra time or penalty shootout, because I cannot imagine what kind of cold it can happen here in Barbastro in only a few. I mean, it's not very cold. I don't have gloves and I don't have a scarf just on me. And the second, it could be difficult, but I think that it has to be Fermin. The first scorer last season, as we know in the quiz, and Spence did very well as answering well the first question. I think it will be Fermin. But let me explain, Robert, that I'm very, very, very happy to see Ronald Araujo again back on the pitch with the captain up in his left arm. I think it's a very, very good image to start the year.
Ronald Araujo scored in one of these games, not against Barbastro. He scored against Intercity 2 seasons ago, didn't he, Mark?
Yeah, it was the first goal of the year. The first 2023 was scored by Ronald Araujo in Estadio Rico Pérez. It was a header after the corner kick. So why not? Araujo, the same in 2020, the first scorer of the year.
Right, guys, first scorer.
Fermin. Fermin again. He started. He opened the score last year, so I'm gonna go with Fermin again.
I'm gonna go Pedri Porta. I think we need some Pedri Porta magic, and I think we'll push forward from the midfield. Watch out, Fermin though. Already pushing.
I'm gonna go off book. I'm gonna go Pablo Torre. Playing in an advanced position. He scored this season already. Pablo Torre.
I like his work ethic. He pushes forward. He works hard.
Kaputri 08 is going Lewandowski. Creek fan option 2, which was Pedri, I believe. FC Mobile player Lewandowski. Banu Karumudi says Pedri. Rand Black Star going Fermin. Kamalov Israel going Yamal. No, Lamine Yamal not available for this game, of course. Who else? Glisse Juste going Levy. And let's go with one more. Let's go with one more. Let's see. Mohamed Aydin says Pedri. Valerie Daza says Lewandowski. Let's see who the first scorer of this game was.
Barca fan in the chat was asking, where is Spencer?
Where? Barca fan, were you not watching
he's
this
there
show?
with his woolly hat on.
10 minutes ago. He was, he's there. He's in Barbastro. He's commentating the game for the international feed. So, well, good luck to you with that, Spencer Siegel. We will miss you. Careful. The combination inside the box with Pedri trying to feed Frankie de Jong. And the ball intercepted, and Barbastro trying to clear it out. It'll be a throw-in for them after the ball bounces off of Koundé. We don't have Spencer Siegel in the studio today, but we have the next best thing, which is the Barca official intelligence with Spencer's face on it. So let's go and check out the prediction, the first guess the score of the year for our Barca official intelligence. Let's do that. Right. Barca official intelligence didn't really end on a good note. Barca official intelligence has had a few too many turrons.
He's
Has had quite a bit of turkey, a bit too much escudella, some canelons in there as well. Some mince pies.
Some mince pies.
Yeah, a lot of chocolates. You've had a good Christmas, eh, Barca official intelligence? What is your prediction?
Hey, so you want to know my prediction? First of all, a happy new year to you all. Even you, Robert, who is sometimes a little bit cruel to me, but a happy new year to you and all the Barca fans. Let's hope this 2025 is a great one. It's going to be a great one for artificial intelligences and for the Barca official intelligence, especially in terms of predictions, I feel. My prediction for this game, I'm going optimistic. It's a 4-0 win to Barca.
4-0 win to Barca. So that's the most optimistic prediction we've had on the show today out of all the members of the crew. Well, I'm glad you had a good Christmas, Barca official intelligence. It's time to hit the gym now in January, I think. Right. Still 0-0. While we're at it, guys, maybe we should pick our extra companion for this show today. We always like to have a Barca legend here present with us. And Jamie, I'm going to give you the pick today of who we're going to have as Barça have a chance at the set piece. The header goes wide. And it was Jules Koundé with a header, first chance of the game for Barça. Right, so let's get, Carlos, let's get our 5 secret players up. And Jamie, I'm going to give you a choice from 1 to 5 as to who you would like to have with us watching this game today. Okay. Live chat, you can have your pick as well, but Jamie's one is the one that's going to count ultimately.
Sorry, I was just enjoying the replay of the Parra free kick. I thought he placed that pretty well. Right, let's see. Do we know what the 5 options are?
No, secret.
Okay, just, okay. A bit of help from the chat, or do I just
pick a random number? I'd say.
Let's go with number 1.
Number 1.
Number 1. Number 1. Number 1.
Number 1. Who is our Barca legend for today? Who will be watching the game with us? Giuliano Belletti! A 1-goal man.
Giuliano Belletti's a good one.
Giuliano Belletti watching the game with us. A 1-goal man. A legend. He scored in the final of the Champions League in 2006, which we won against Arsenal. So, Giuliano, have fun with us today. How do you think el Barça guanyarà avui, Giuliano? Is Barça going to win today?
Yes.
Okay. Right. Well, Giuliano thinks we are going to win. Giuliano House Belletti in the house with us. Mar Brau, a 1-goal man.
1-goal man, how we love that kind of players, Robert. For the moment, I don't know if we have a 1-goal man or 1-man goal on the pitch right now. I have to think. So, oh, be careful.
Careful with the cross! Cleared away by the keeper. Koundé will pick up the rebound inside the box. Another incoming cross, the header by Lewandowski floating up, and Arnau, the keeper, picks it up, and now Barbastro want to play long. Araujo goes up for the aerial challenge and wins it, although Barbastro still have the ball now. Good interception by Eric Garcia Marc.
Eric Garcia, for the moment, is a 1-man goal. He scored many goals with Girona last season, but with Barça.
True.
He scored once. He scored against Sevilla 2 seasons ago. So for the moment, we have 1-man goal. One-man goal on the pitch right now.
Right, so 1-goal man or 1-man goal, we like to say it the wrong way around. We like to say 1-man goal is a theme that some of us here at Barca Studios love. Players who have only scored 1 goal throughout their entire career at Barca. Jules Koundé with the cross, a bit too long, but Fermin will pick it up on the left. There he is battling with Bautista. Fermin keeps the ball. Fermin doing very well there, and ultimately dispossessed as help came. Right. Yes, I was saying that players who've only scored 1 goal throughout their entire career at Barca is a theme that some of us love here. We even did a podcast episode about them, dedicated to them, on a podcast called Barra Lliure, which is in Catalan. If you know the language of Catalan, Barra Lliure, a podcast that you might enjoy with history of Barca, mixed with a little bit of humour as well. Light-hearted humour about the history of Barca. And we did an episode dedicated to players who've only scored 1 goal throughout their entire career at Barca. Giuliano Belletti is one of them, and he scored on the most important of stages in the final of the Champions League in Paris. Eric Garcia is one of them. So far, only 1 goal as a Barca player. Can you guys name any others?
Javier Mascherano.
That's a good one.
That's a very good one.
So I'm done.
You're done.
Can we come back in a bit?
We can. Oh, there's a chance for Robert Lewandowski diving in for a header. Lewandowski, by no means a 1-goal man.
No. What's the opposite of a 1-goal man?
The opposite of a 1-goal man is Leo Messi. That is the absolute opposite. Well, no, Leo Messi would be the opposite of a 0-goal man, of which there are. I think the player, Marc, am I wrong in saying the player with the most games played for Barca and with 0 goals is Michael Reisiger? Other than goalkeepers, of course.
I will have to search. It has to be Michael Reisiger, but we have to say that Michael Reisiger scored an important goal in a penalty shootout in the competition that we're playing today, Spanish Cup, Copa del Rey. Barça won that Copa in 1998 against Mallorca. and Reisiger scored one of the goals, the penalty shootout. Of course, it's not an official goal. We cannot count the goal in the ranking, but we must say that it was important. A penalty shootout, you have to score. For example, in that penalty shootout, Rivaldo and Figo, who were the specialists, did not score that time. Finally, Barça won.
Copa del Rey memories from the 90s that on this show really only Marc and I have, or you, Adrian, as well, in the 90s?
Ooh, in the 90s.
Do you have many memories from Barca in the 90s? Or?
Not really, because really growing up in Poland, you couldn't even watch those games. Maybe you could catch La Liga here and there, but not Copa del Rey. Maybe like a final or something, but not really, no.
Okay,
it was
well,
a different time back then.
We cannot forget. We can't forget what happened in Bernabeu in 1997 with Barça.
Yes, of course.
A great comeback against Betis. With that final goal of the player who we don't want to say the name, Luis Figo, but it was a great assist by Emanuel Amunique, another one-goal man, one of my favorites, Emanuel Amunique. And at the end, President Gaspar put the anthem of Barça in Santiago Bernabeu, and maybe it's the reason because during the 21st century, all the time the Barça played finals of the Copa del Rey, the toilets of Bernabeu are not available.
That is one of the best Copa del Rey memories of my life, at least, when we won it in 1997 at the Bernabeu, come back against Betis, and President Gaspar organised for Barca's anthem to be played at the Bernabeu, and he did like a round of honour all around the stadium. What is your best memory of the Copa del Rey, I ask you? The 2021 extra time run, so we went to extra time against Cornellà, against Rayo Vallecano, against Granada in that incredible comeback against Granada. Do you remember we were 2-0 down in the 88th minute, forced extra time and then beat them 5-3. Even in the semi-finals against Sevilla with the Gerard Piqué goal. And then, of course, we went on to win the final 4-0 against Athletic Club. So option one is that 2021 extra time run. The Iniesta last goal, which was in the final of 2018, or the Messi goal against Athletic Club in that treble-winning season in 2015.
Jamie?
It's got to be Iniesta, I guess. Is the iconic moment for an iconic player, and yeah. I did 2021 extra time run. I was working here at this point, and so I do remember that quite well. And I've got fond memories of after the final, them celebrating, and Pedri taking pictures with Messi.
Everyone taking pictures with Messi. That was
I mean, it was a young squad. It was that kind of beginning of that kind of new youthful Barca era. And I think it was the year that they did the Barca magazine cover with all the youngsters.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I've got kind of fond memories of that with the Señora shirt and yeah, the Pedri Messi photo and stuff. But I'm going to go with the Iniesta's last goal on this occasion.
It's a split between the Messi goal and the Iniesta goal in the live chat for you, Adrian.
So, if you think about how whole team performed, I would go with the campaign, the
2021.
First option, 2021, especially this remontada against Granada, which I think was in black shirts as well, which we have again
true.
today.
Yeah, well remembered.
Right?
Yeah.
And I remember Antoine Griezmann was amazing throughout the whole Copa del Rey campaign. But for me personally, it would have to be Messi's goal because it was one of the most beautiful ones he ever scored. And he scored so many. He scored 672, if I'm not mistaken, for Barca, and it was one of the best in the cup final. And it was just a shame that he didn't get the Puskas award for that year.
Yeah.
But the goal was just brilliant.
Was that Chesney's first touch?
It might have been.
He just cleared the ball away.
Yeah.
Not a busy game for him at the moment. Out of those three, I would pick, just because of the memories of being on Barca Live in that special season, because it was like sort of post-COVID, but still in COVID with all the restrictions, all the great chemistry we had on that show, as we do now. But it was a great run, 2021, for me. Although I do have fond memories of that 97 and 98 finals that Marc was making reference to. Right, Marc, Szczesny, we were saying, was that his first touch at the moment? What are you seeing from our keeper? It's a quiet game for him so far.
Well, for the moment, he did not have many work. I have to say that the impression is that he's very tall. Of course, Adrian knows it very well, how is Chesney playing. I also remember games that we played against them, especially when he played at Juventus. But he's very tall, very strong, and he played outside of the box. For the moment, he's clapping the hands, he's trying to talk with Íñigo Martínez and Araujo. For the moment, it's a quiet game for him, but he's very focused.
He's tall, but in person he's even taller. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, you can see he's tall.
Exactly what I was going to say at the open training, because I was just behind the goal, and I mostly focused on the goalkeepers training. So it was Astralaga, it was Iñaki Peña and Szczęsny, and you can like tell the difference between them in the end. Even though I know the player because I'm Polish and I have been following him for a while, then still, if you see him a couple of meters away, then you notice the difference.
And when you see a player live, it's hit me the other way around as well, in a player being a lot shorter or skinnier than I imagined them.
Pablo Torre is one of those, I think. Like, you know, you can see he's quite a short player, but then you see him in person and, like, he's even shorter still. But that's, you know, credit to him that he's got that work ethic and he puts the play in as well.
I remember back when I was doing my work experience here from university, in 2009, I was lucky enough to be here throughout the whole six-title run.
That was a decent season.
Yeah, that was a very good season.
Not bad, right?
And I remember we snuck onto the pitch by the side of where the players were taking photos with the three titles at that point. They'd won Copa, Liga, and Champions.
Copa, Liga, Champions.
And they were taking pictures, and we just snuck down onto the pitch and got to see them from up close. And I'd never really seen them in like live in front of me. And it did strike me how skinny Xavi, Iniesta, and Samuel Eto'o looked. They looked like short and skinny, and it made it even more amazing, like what they can pull off against big beasts in football. So that's my memory of it. And then I've had it the other way as well. When you stood next to Gerard Piqué, he was like imposing.
Yeah. I mean, you remember Alama as well. Like,
I never saw him live.
Okay, so you came in and did Camp Nou Kitchen.
Yes.
Remember that short-lived program we did? And I mean, the guy's like he's a Hulk. But then he came in person and like you stood next to me. It's like he's just so wide,
like a tank.
Absolutely.
He was massive. I mean, he still is, obviously.
0-0 still, 19th minute. I mean, the Barbastro players
they're very
putting
aggressive.
up a fight, very intense. Going to every 50-50 ball, although Barca now managed to make their way out through a good combination, and it's a transition play for Barca. Pedri inside the box. Pedri will put it into the middle, and the cross is cleared for a corner kick. Barca had committed numbers forward, and it's is it a first corner kick for Barca in the game, Mark?
Yeah, it's the first one, because the first attempt we had, it was a cross, but a fall. So it's the first corner kick of the game.
Well, Pablo Torre will deliver. Araujo's up there. Could he be the first scorer of 2025? Someone has to be. Incoming cross by Pablo Torre. Araujo! So close! Woo. A great reaction by Arnau, the keeper. It was headed on by Fermin at the near post, and right behind Araujo. Sent it in the right direction. And good reflexes by the keeper.
He thought he was going to be the first scorer of the year. Wow.
Yeah, 2023 vibes. As we said, he scored the first goal of 22 years ago. So it's the same vibes. It was also a goal by a header from a corner kick.
Against Intercity, right. Pablo Torre will cross it in again. Incoming cross, punched away by Arnau. All picked up by Pedri. Here is Frankie de Jong, another cross in. Araujo goes up for the header. Eric Garcia is no longer a one-man goal. Eric Garcia scores.
Eric Garcia. Vamos. Let's go.
There you go. First goal of the new year, scored by Eric Garcia.
I remember Eric Garcia, after he scored his first goal, he said the whole team was laughing at him, like, oh, yeah, come on. It's time you scored, it's time you scored. And, well, you know, there's his second. 2 for Eric Garcia.
There you go. Eric Garcia, first goal this season, first goal of 2025, Marc Brau.
Come on.
And he's becoming the 2-man goal for the moment. We talked about how Eric Garcia was one of the members of the 1-man goal club or 1-goal man. So it's the second time he scores a goal. And it's very important, the first goal of the year. So it was ahead of the same as in 2023. We did not win that cup that year, but we won the league in 2023, so it's not bad to start the year with a goal scored by a header. So if you don't correct me, the assist is by Araujo, so it's the first assist this season for him. So assist by Araujo, the first assist, and how important is in that kind of games to score? Because as we explained many games in the 90s, Robert, we remember many games also in the beginning of the 21st century that we lost important games against teams like
We'll
Barbastro.
go over that later. We'll go over that later.
To score.
We'll talk about that in a minute, but let's focus on the happy thing. Eric Garcia scored for Barça. Giuliano Belletti, are you happy? There you go, Giuliano Belletti, a happy man, a 1-goal man. Eric Garcia is no longer a member of that club.
No.
Incoming cross by Pedri.
So are you planning to do another podcast episode about
2-goal players?
2-goal players?
We could,
And
Mark.
include
Do you
Eric
think
Garcia as
we
well.
could do 2-goal men?
Well, and I think I remember one. Maxi Lopez, for example, is a 2. He scored against Chelsea and he scored in a cup game. So we have to, Robert, we can make another Barra Lliure with this.
That's what I was saying. Let's do another episode. Players with only 2
we can
goals.
do it with Eric Garcia. Two goals with Barca, yeah. Maxi Lopez is one of these, but we have to think with other players.
Live chat. Who do you remember who only scored 2 goals throughout their entire career at Barca? We have to have a threshold as well. It can't be like Masia players who played 5 games. Can't be like Ferran Jutgla. They have to have played a minimum of games.
But that's a really tough one.
Carlos Alañá is possible.
I guessed Javier
Alañá
Mascherano
scored
having
in a
only
cup
1
game
goal
against
because
Hércules.
I remember this.
Mark, you were saying?
2.
I said Alañá scoring against Hércules in a cup game.
Scored against Alaves as
his
well.
debut with the first team of Barca, and he scored another goal. Also it's a 3-goal man. He scored against Alaves and Villarreal, so it's not bad, yeah.
Let's leave 3-goal men for another day.
episode.
Let's leave 3-goal men for another day. Mark, I think we're going to start 2025 with an episode about 2-goal men.
How many is Inigo Martinez on? Because this is his 50th match, right, for Barca?
Inigo Martinez has...
Yeah, it's two goal men. Yeah.
There you go.
It's 2-goal men. He scored. He has scored this season 2 goals, and it's the amount of goals he scored because he did not score any goal last season. He scored against Young Boys and against Red Star. So Inigo Martinez, the same as Eric, it's one of the members of the 2-goal man club.
Careful here, a chance for Barca. Lewandowski back to De Jong. The cross into the... it wasn't De Jong, sorry. The cross anyway into the hands of Arnau. Right, on the live chat, Bob the Boxman 15 says, hello, I'm Lego 1212. Remember me? Can't say I do, but hi. Where are you from? Where are you watching us from? Live chat, people, where are you watching us from? Let's see. No suggestions of 2-goal men. Carolina says no clue.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Charbel says Eric, yeah, of course. Who else have we got here? Antoni Torcaras says, I love you guys. We love all of you as well. Where are you watching us from? Let us know which country. Fill the live chat with flags. Ooh, a chance for Barca there. And it was a near one again, Fermin. We've got fans from Moldova, South Africa, Israel, Czechia, Greece. Give us your flags. Give us your flags and also the name of the country as well. Slovenia. Uzbekistan, nice. People from all over the world. Suriname, watching from Poland, but wait a minute, what was that?
He said he's watching from Lublin, Poland, but he's from Kenya.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's interesting. That's a good mix.
yeah, an original one.
I'm awful at flags. watching from Australia. What time is it in Australia, the box dude? What time is it in Australia? Girl gamer from Albania. We've got Georgia in the house. We've got Denmark. We've got Poland as well. Sikmak Urix. United Arab Emirates. Sweden. Lama Sanam says from Nepal. Hello to the people of Nepal. What time is it in Nepal? Adrian Lopez says United States. Where in the United States? Which state? And Kosovo as well. Combat. Nice. Got a nice mix in here. Nice mix. That Barça Live community from all around the world. Keep the community growing in 2025, eh? Let's have 2025 be a good year. Right, Jordi Cochran, we had a question on our screen before. Let's get it back on the screen, because you put it on the screen right when Barca scored, and we had to go to celebrate. But I would like that question to be up on the screen again, because there's something that we need to talk about, of course. When will this game end?
Never.
Hopefully this afternoon, hopefully this evening at some point. Careful here, because Barca have another opportunity. Here is Fermin on the edge of the box, looking for an opening to shoot. The shot is blocked. Eric Garcia feeds it out wide. Gerard Martin inside. Fermin. Well defended. Gerard Martin will put a cross inside. Caught by Arnau. Right. Option 1 in regulation, option 2 extra time, option 3 penalties. If this game ends in a draw, reminder, of course, we go to extra time. If that ends in a draw, we go to penalties. We're up 1-0, but we know from past years that things can get complicated in these stadiums. So when is this game ending? I am going the strong, hard one. And I am hoping for him more than I'm betting on it for. But more hope than
You got somewhere better to be, Robert? I think so. 90 minutes.
Let's do this in 90 minutes, please.
Please.
It's a big week ahead as well.
Yes, of course. We've got a busy week ahead. The team are traveling. Hopefully we'll have a game next Sunday as well. Mark, I'm guessing you're going with a firm number 1 as well.
Yeah, I don't listen to you very well, Robert. I think you're talking about when the game will end. I'm for sure that the game will end in minutes. And about the travels, I have to say that I speak at home to my wife, just telling her maybe in the next 15 days, if she wants to see me or to watch me, she has to put Barça Live on. It may be the only option to be with me. So, well, for the moment, I will explain how will be if I have the door open in the next 20 days at home. So I will explain to you.
Because, Mark, it's Barbastro today. Then you're going to the Super Cup, Saudi Arabia, and after that, there's possibly a Copa del Rey game as well?
Yeah, and the most possible game is that the game will be played on Wednesday, the 15th of January. So let's go. So today Barbastro, next Wednesday Barça Athletic, semi-finals of the Super Cup, possible final next Sunday, the 12th of January, and then sure, if we win today, we will play the 15th in another cup game. Then La Liga will return the 80th, so we'll play 18th of January, against Getafe, and then we will play against Benfica away to the 21st of January. So it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consecutive games away.
Nice. No, not Getafe. Careful there with cross by Pablo Torres. A goal! Lewandowski scores for Barca. Half an hour played. And Barca double their lead through Robert Lewandowski. Might that have been offside? Might that have been offside?
But there's no VAR, Robert.
There's no
VAR
VAR, okay.
In this first round of the Copa. No, so it's goal. For sure, it will be goal. Instead, it's offside or not, it's goal. So let me give you some stats. So finally, Robert Lewandowski again scoring. It's important for him. Remember that the last goal scored by Robert Lewandowski was at Betis Stadium, and scoring the 24th goal of the season for him.
24,
Just only
24.
2 goals. Yeah, 24. 2 goals on 26 that he scored last season. So he is only 2 goals to reach the same number of goals scored last season, and Lewandowski becomes the first player to score in the 3 competitions that Barca is playing for the moment this season. He scored in La Liga, he's scored in the Champions, and he has scored right now in the cup.
Ooh. First save for Chesney.
Yay!
Give Chesney some airplanes on the live chat, but also give us the 2 fists for Robert Lewandowski on that chat. I will do that in a second, but you know what we do on this show, Carlos. We're gonna go to the artificial intelligence. You know what we do on this show when Robert Lewandowski scores, right? You know what we do. Do it, Barca official intelligence. Do it.
We pop the net like Lewandowski. Dovski, El Marcaria dentro un bosque. Bosque, dale al balón que lo enrosque. Rosque, we pop the net like Lewandowski. Dovski.
There you go. The rap still going in 2025 as Robert Lewandowski finds the net, and we have a chance at the corner kick here. Could it be a 3rd goal? Eric Garcia, could he be a 3-goal man? No. Careful, the ball's still alive. Okay, Gerard Martin keeps it alive. I need some clarification from Brau about a stat in a second. Here is Pablo Torre. And the ball cleared away. Right, I'm going to go ahead and do the double fist. Bump on the live chat. There we go, there we go, there we go. And I wanted to ask, Mark, you said that it's 24 goals for Lewandowski this season. How many did he score in total last season?
20. So 26 in the whole last season. And
36.
He has scored 24, but no, 26.
Oh, 26.
26 last season.
So he's 2 away.
Yeah,
22 away.
yeah, 26 last season. 33 the first one, and 26 the second one. So it's just 2 goals under the last stat, but for the moment he only has played the middle of the season. But he scored 26 in the whole last season.
Do you think he'll reach 33 this season?
I mean, barring injury, he should. If there's no bad luck in terms of injury.
Corner.
Ooh. Barca fan from Hungary saying, do you guys remember me? I'm from Hungary. Yes, of course, because you were the one asking if Spencer finally did go to Hungary, and he did. And Oscar Cogiel says, I tell you guys, it will be a 7-1 for Barca. Well,
we're on our way. We're on our way.
We're on our way. Can't get too relaxed or too cozy in these stadiums, because all of a sudden they can put on the pressure. And all of a sudden they can make things very uncomfortable for you. But Barca dealing with this well. It's been a satisfying game so far. It's been an entertaining game so far, Matt Brown. Normally these are a bit more of a grind, and Barca are playing well here.
I think that the players are doing exactly said just in the previous interview that we had with him, that we have to be very focused. Yesterday in the press conference room, he said we have to be focused for the first second of the game. And for the moment, the players are doing this. So I think that we are playing very well.
Nice cross in.
Oh, nice.
They're playing those crosses in really close to the goal line.
Well, that's what they did actually the last game against Barbastro. When I checked the highlights, it was like ball in from different flanks, and it worked really well. But today it works even better, I think. So every cross is a dangerous play for us.
Hansi did say yesterday he watched last year's match.
Maybe that's why.
He said the players will maybe know better than I do, but he said, but I've watched last year's match, and maybe he took some pointers.
Yeah.
Right. 36 minutes. 10 minutes remaining. And Barça are
Speaking of high scores in Copa del Rey games, I just remember one game against Villanovense in 2015.
Yes.
Because it was one of my first games ever at Camp Nou after moving to Barcelona. So I remember that. And I remember vividly that the tickets were like 13 euros or 15 euros.
They used to do that in the first rounds.
Yes, it was nice because you could take your friends who are not really into football and you could go. Everybody could have fun.
And they sort of did things like it was free for kids as well, so they would make it child-friendly as well. Careful here, there could be a third goal. No.
Oh. They're not clear, though. Now they are.
Barbastro defence managed to clear initially, but Barca do win it back through Pablo Torre. Here is Lewandowski. Now he's going to put the cross in. The ball is deflected to where Pablo Torre can pick it up on the edge of the box. The shot by Fermin into the hands of Arnau, who's been a busy keeper today, Marc. Arnau.
Yeah, as I think it was Adrian who said this, I guess, that Arnau also played a great game against Barca last season, and for the moment, he can know nothing. The goals that he received for the moment, he has received for the moment, but I think he's playing very, very well. So I was thinking, just Robert, you said that we will talk about this later, but I was just thinking that that kind of games, usually the first halves are very, very difficult for Barca. So in the games that we played against third or fourth division seasons, you talked before the game against Ibiza. I remember exactly that game, that we won that game with the 2 goals of Griezmann, and the last one was at the extra time. The next season we need an extra time also, added time, the goal scored by Griezmann. But the next season also we needed an extra time against Cornellà. Then against Linares we made a comeback. So against Intercity, extra time, and last season we only won 2-3 against Barbastro. So that kind of games, usually Barca needed an extra time or only won by 1 goal.
And Marc, we can talk about it now. It was just that I wanted to do the celebration with Belletti before with one of the goals, but I know you like to talk about Gramenet, Novelda, Figueras. Go away, do it.
Well, no, not like, but usually maybe you are following us in Barca Live, but you don't know exactly what happened 25 seasons ago. But Barca lost 3 games against teams that played in the 3rd division, and we played in extra Gramenet and Figueras, and we played against Novelda with a hat-trick of Madrigal. It was one of the nightmares of my when I was a child. So I have to say that we suffered in that games. I saw maybe you suffered too, Robert, because we are mostly the same age. But I don't know if Adrian or Jamie know these stories, but it's like nightmares at the beginning of the century.
Yeah, they are terror stories from the beginning of the century. If you guys think that being eliminated today would be a disaster, you'd probably be right, but it would not be the first time by any means. As Marc was saying, 2000, was it 2002, 2003, 2004, Marc, the 3 years in a row? Figueras, Novelda and Gramenet.
No, it was.
Because it wasn't in January, so it was 2001, 2 and 3.
No. We won Gramenet in the middle between Novelda and the time we lost against Gramenet. So we lost against Figueras in 2001. We lost against Novelda in 2002. We won against Gramenet in 2003 with a goal by Ronaldinho. And we lost in 2004. But it was the last time we lost in the first round of Copa del Rey. But as I said, today it won't happen. For the moment, we win 2-0. But in the last 5 games, 2 extra times and 3 goals, only won by 1 goal.
Well, there was a chance there for Barca with Lewandowski having found Frenkie de Jong inside the box. By the way, Marc, Frenkie de Jong is playing quite high up on the pitch, eh?
Yeah, I think that it's playing in the same position when the last times he played in the second half. Remember in Mallorca, when he scored the only goal he has scored this season? He played also in this position.
Pedri's the one playing further behind. 5 minutes remaining in this first half. Jordi Cochran, pull up the question that we usually have. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's the one that I'd sent to you. Sorry, I'd already forgotten. What was your favourite thing about the first half? What's the favourite thing about the first half so far? The Eric goal, the Lewandowski goal, or the Giuliano Belletti celebration, which came right after the Eric Garcia goal, as Barça come close to scoring their third. For me, I did enjoy that Giuliano Belletti celebration here in the studio, but I'm going with option 1.
Sorry, Robert, the ball is out of the stadium.
Oh, okay.
I think we must comment it. We must comment it.
Yeah.
Ball is out of the stadium.
Okay, so
literally
there was a clearance, and obviously this is not a first division stadium, and it has one tier, and the ball was cleared out of the stadium. Things that happen. I'm going option 1, Jamie.
I agree. First goal of the calendar year. As much as we love the Belletti
Belletti who disagrees. Belletti wants it to be option 3.
Yeah, the first goal of the calendar year, and probably one that nobody was betting on. So happy for Eric to get his second goal.
Adrian?
For me, also Eric's goal, because like to get Lewandowski's goal is not that uncommon, but to see Eric score his second goal, well, that's something. That's something. And,
Belletti. 1, 2 or 3. 1, 2 or 3.
And also I cannot pick Belletti because I'm still waiting for my player, because you didn't get me to choose, right? Jamie picked Belletti and I didn't get any.
I'm very happy with my choice.
You'll get to pick the next time.
I don't think I could have chosen a better legend to have.
Okay.
Well, maybe.
Well, you don't know, because you don't know
it's true.
who's the other legend. But
should we take a moment as well just to talk about Belletti's great work within the 19s? Because
yes,
they're on a great run in the
well.
UEFA Youth League and in the Messi competition as well.
Belletti's taking over the show, and he's even voting for the Eric goal. So he celebrated the Eric goal, and
Eric is on the ground.
Eric, who's on the ground.
I remember
yes.
Belletti's celebration in Paris. He dropped to his knees and he was like...
With the rain. The rain makes it iconic.
Yes, it was one of the iconic moments and in Barca's history.
I sat next to him on a flight.
Oh, yeah. I was there.
Mark was there.
What, in Paris or on the same flight as Jamie?
I didn't see Mark.
Both.
In Paris, it's a pity that I'm not just to be live in the last celebration of Belletti.
Right, a set-piece opportunity for Barca, 43rd minute. Incoming cross by Pablo Torre, who's done well with his delivery so far in this game. Both goals have come from crosses.
Yeah, so I was just thinking that, yeah. One was a deflected header, and then, Fermin headed it onto Eric?
Araujo headed it onto Eric.
Yeah. So it came from the... Yeah, no, Pablo Torre, like I said, from that kind of first free kick that he took that went to Koundé's head, I was like, he's looking good there.
We keep on playing the ball to the wings. Like, if it's not the right one, then we immediately switch to the other one. We just don't like to play through the middle today, which is a good idea so far. It works.
Íñigo forward.
Keep seeing these lovely little chips and things.
Here is
nice.
Pablo Torre dispossessed.
Little 180 by Pablo Torre.
Mark, what do you think? A couple of minutes in the first half?
Well, for the moment the fourth rep has the thing prepared just to show how many at a time we will have this first half, and it will be only 1 minute. So for the moment, the game, he's not following the rule that you have to put 1 minute, but it's not 1 minute. Of course, we don't have VAR today. Of course, it's the reason. Remember that if we have more added time, it's because most of the goals has to be reviewed. Yeah. But today we don't have VAR. So this is the reason, because we only have 1 minute added.
If it speeds things up, I'm all for not having VAR. I mean, it doesn't end with any of the controversies. We still debate and
quite often we
question the lines
a good 7, 8, 9 minutes on from
I don't know. Here is Íñigo Martínez. Íñigo, Gerard Martín. Gerard Martin could become a one-goal man if he scores. Here is Pedri. Incoming cross by Koundé. Cleared away. And I would say that should be it for the first half. Throw in Barça. Koundé to Pedri. Koundé on the right, trying to go deep. He can go deep. Back pass to Pablo Torres. Barça can have a final chance. Pablo Torres pass to the edge of the box, intercepted. And there it is. First half is finished with Barça being up 2-0. Manu, we will talk to you later. Guys, quick thoughts on this first half. I want to ask the live chat if this first half for you was a thumbs up or a thumbs down. For me, it was a double thumbs up. Let's go double thumbs up, because these games are always complicated to get into in terms of motivation, in terms of the energy. First game of the year, a Segunda Federación stadium. And Barça came out, executed the game plan, scored 2 goals, and now have a more comfortable second half to head into.
Yeah, absolutely. These games that can be scrappy and the sort of single-leg knockouts against lower division sides, this is where sort of Barça and Hansi Flick's Barça are going to dominate, is in the organisation and in the tactics. And so far, so good. 2 thumbs up.
Two thumbs up as well, Adrian?
2 thumbs up, of course. 2 thumbs up, 2-0. And we created a lot of chances. The score could even be a bit higher. Meanwhile, Barbastro didn't do anything. We had, what, 1 touch by 1 stop by Szczęsny, and that's it. So yeah. he was pretty much not involved in the game, which is a good thing, I mean.
And when he had to be, he did what he had to do. So,
exactly.
Well, double thumbs up for him as well. Giuliano Belletti, before we head into the halftime quiz, thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs up from Giuliano Belletti, double thumbs up from our floor manager, Juanet, and we are gonna kick it over to Pablo Walls for the halftime quiz. Pablo, all yours.
Hello, Culés, and Happy New Year. Welcome to 2025, Barça's first game of the brand new year, of course, starting in the Copa del Rey competition. We hope we can go all the way, and starting today, of course, against Barbastro. Big hello to everyone watching on from wherever you are around the world. Hello to everyone on the couch, of course, and welcome back to another halftime segment with some more halftime quizzes. Let's get straight into it. Barça 1 is what we're going to be quizzing you a little bit about today, because actually, this is one of my favourite things to show you all on Barça 1. It's the sheer amount of matches available across several years of Barça's existence, of course. If you come over to Barça 1, of course, there's plenty of stuff. You've got premieres, you've got what's new, you've got documentary series that have been done. Of course, you've got the live of the Spotify Camp Nou, all of the lives you've got there too. If you come all the way down here, though, either on your phone or via the web, or, of course, I've got it here on the TV, you can come down to a section that says here, Men's Teams Matches. This is one of my favourite things to do on the platform, because you've got all the different competitions here that Barça play in, and you can click into any of them. Let's go Champions League, for example, now, and look at all the seasons you've got available. You've got all of these seasons available to go and watch all the content you want. I think that's one of my favourite things about the platform. So today, we're going to be quizzing you about Barça's first games of the year. It's all going to be about the last 10 years. So don't worry, if some of you are still a bit young, it's going to be about the last 10 years of Barça's first games of the year. So if you're good on your Barça knowledge, watch out for this one. Question number 1, and I'm going to show you here in La Liga quickly, because if you go down here, it only goes back to 2014-15. You've got every La Liga game for that season, the treble-winning season, of course. When was the last time that Barça lost their first game of the year? So let's see how many of you guys can remember. Do a little check in your mind. When was the last time Barça lost their first game of the year? Was it 1 in 2015? Was it 2 in 2017? Or was it 3 in 2018? I think I might catch a few out on this one, because I myself was a little bit caught out too. When was the last time that Barça lost their first game of a brand new year? 2015, 2017, or 2018? Bonus points if you can tell me the game it was in too, and the competition. Let's get your answer in the chat. I want to see those numbers in the chat, and I want to also see if you can tell me the team. Even give me a goal scorer. Give me a Barça goal scorer. So tell me what year you think it was, because I can tell you now the final answer is number 2, 2017. The good news was that it was the first leg of a Copa del Rey tie, similar to this one. Of course, now this is only one leg. This was 2 legs at the time. Against Athletic Club, Barça lost 2-1. Messi scored a free kick in the second leg a week later. Barça won 3-1, and all was good. Actually went on to win the trophy that year too. So calm yourselves, but it was indeed the last time that Barça lost their first game of the year. Let's see if I can catch you up with number 2, though. Have Barça won any of their previous 10 first games of the year by more than 1 goal? So in the last 10 games Barça have played of their first game of the year, have Barça won any of them by more than 1 goal? Let's see what you guys say in the chat right now. Let's get your answers in there right now. Can I catch you out? Is it a trick question? It may well be. Let's see if you guys know your Barça knowledge. Number 1, yes, of course they have. Could be the right answer. Number 2 is no, I don't think they have. Number 3 is yes, we won 1 game 5-0. If you think you know what game I'm talking about, maybe put it in the chat. Can I catch any of you out here? Let's see what you guys think is the answer to this one. Think back if you can in your mind. Don't cheat. Think back to Barça's first games of the year for the last 10 years. Have Barça won any of those by more than 1 goal? Or am I trying to catch you out? Let's see the answers you've gone in for in the chat here then. Let's see what you guys think the final answer is, because I'm going to tell you right now that the answer is number 2. It's no. You were correct if you didn't think so. If I caught you out on the 5-0, I'm deeply sorry. Barça haven't won any of their last 10 games to start the year by more than 1 goal. There's been 2 defeats, several draws, and plenty of wins. We've had 1-2, we've had 3-4, we've had 0-1, 0-1, 2-1 wins. There's been almost everything but a big win for Barça. So plenty going on there. Final question then, question number 3. Think back to last season. You guys should be getting this. Who scored a 93rd minute winner in Barça's first game of the year in 2024? Of course, we're in 2025 now, but this time last year, who scored a 93rd minute winner for Barça? Was it number 1, Gundogan? Was it number 2, Ferran Torres? Or was it number 3, Robert Lewandowski? Who do you think scored a 94th minute winner for Barça in their first game of last year? Let's see what answers you guys get in the chat. Bonus points if you get the score too. What was the context of the game? And also, who was it against? Come on, guys, get those answers in the chat right now. Let's see what you guys have for me. Because I can tell you right now that the final answer is, it's Gundogan. There you have it. Final answer for you is Ilkay Gundogan. So the 93rd minute winner, penalty as well too, against Las Palmas. Well done to all of you who got that in the chat. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to throw it back to all of those in the studio. Enjoy the second half, of course. We'll be back for more during the Supercopa and whatnot as the season goes on, as the year goes on in 2025. For now, I'm going to leave you with a clip of some of Barça's best goals to start the new year. Take care.
Rafinha, low delivery there. There's the finish. Barça go back in front. Maybe this time it will stick, but it's Ansu Fati.
Messi.
It's off the line, it's in! Is it in? It's in, it's a goal! Barcelona have scored!
Well, there was some doubt. It looked like Gorka, I thought might have saved it, but the ball has crossed the line.
Right, well, those were some of the first goals of the year that came in the Copa del Rey in past seasons. The first one of 2025 was scored by Eric Garcia, who, as we said in the first half, is no longer a player who has only scored 1 goal for Barca. He now has a total of 2. He's doubled his number of goals. Other than that, guys, a good first half. I think better than what we could have hoped for, really.
Yeah, I think absolutely. Solid sort of first half. Everything went to plan. Organisation looked good. Pushing forward in numbers. I think we're playing quite high up. As you mentioned, kind of working up the wings, putting in those crosses like close to the goal, and I think it's paying off.
Yes, definitely. Hansi Flick did his homework, as he always does. We can see that there's a clear idea of what we have to do on the pitch. The Barbastro team, for now, is non-existent. They had only 1 shot on goal, which was not really dangerous at all. You can tell that this game has a good intensity, which is not always the case after Christmas break. So far, so good.
I think that's one of the things that I've liked the most, that sometimes these games, the team from the lower tier can outplay you in terms of the energy, the intensity, the passion that they play with, and sometimes, well, they make it push forward and they can make it complicated for you. And Barca didn't allow them to do that. The game was played in one half, apart from that one opportunity that Szczesny saved. He did his job well. One save, one shot, or one shot, one save rather. The rest of the game was played in one half. Barca played fairly organised. At the beginning of the game, we did see the Barbastro players going in for challenges, going in hard for those 50-50 balls, but Barca just kept working, and it came with the crosses.
Yeah.
It came with the set-piece opportunities, crosses into the box. Both goals were headers.
From the back as well, like, they're controlling the pace, they're controlling the rhythm, that are able to then set up these crosses or these set pieces and win the set pieces. Pablo Torre is doing well. I'm you know, quite happily impressed, quite surprised. Yeah. So yeah, I think, you know, Barca are just complete control. There's no kind of like chasing after the ball. I think they're dictating kind of how this game is unfolding.
The challenge now is to keep that going in the second half.
Yes, maybe add one goal so we can guess the score. I mean, I said 3-0 before the game, so let's hope for one more, maybe by Lewandowski. And well, we talked about the state of the pitch. So far, the more technical team, the better team in terms of quality, is doing really well.
Right, I want to ask you guys, and I want to ask the live chat as well, who was the best player of the first half? We're going to go with the two scorers. Eric Garcia doing a decent job as the holding midfielder, and of course the who scored the opener as well, first scorer of 2025. Robert Lewandowski, he's had a couple of chances, he scored as well, and I think we went with Pablo Torre as our third chance. I had to check the graphic there. I had to turn around and check the graphic. Pablo Torre, who was the one delivering the balls in. I also like Pedri as well.
Yeah, he's been playing a nice match. I'm going to go... I'm torn between Eric and Pablo Torre. Lewandowski is doing what he does. He's doing well. I'm going to Pablo Torre. I think he's been quite important in reaching this. So
yeah, why not? Let's go Pablo Torre. He really wants his match to be good. He doesn't get that many chances. And a small mention of Fermin Lopez.
Yes.
Who is really energetic.
Has been looking
He's
nice.
everywhere. He's trying really hard to make something happen. So a really good game by Fermin.
I will also go with Pablo Torre. Neither of the scorers, they obviously had both good first halves, but I like the way that Pablo Torre was playing. His deliveries have been spot on. I want to see more of that in the second half. Right, let's go to Barbastro. Marek Brau, give us your thoughts on the first half, and who do you think the best player was?
Well, Robert, you give me the three options, Eric Garcia, Lewandowski and Pablo Torre, and I have to say that maybe for me, I must say Eric Garcia, because when you are the first player to score a goal in a year for Barca, you deserve also to be the player of the match for the moment. But I have to say, there's other players who deserve this. Maybe, for example, one of these, it has to be Ronald Araujo. After many times without playing a game with Barca, almost 8 months without playing a single game with Barca. He played very well in the first half, and also he the first assist of the year in the 2025 to Eric Garcia to score the first goal. So we must say that for the moment Barca is playing very well in the first half, doing exactly what the Hansi Flick said yesterday, that we have to be focused just for the first moment of the first second of the game, because as we explained during the first half here live, in the last games Barca suffered just a little bit in the first rounds of the Spanish Cup in the last 5 years. So for the moment we don't have many substitutions that maybe could be. We have the players just warming behind me. Remember that on the bench we have many options for the second half, and maybe we can have a debut, because we have one of the youngest players that has been on the squad this season. We are talking about Toni Fernandez. Years old. He's one of the best Barca athletic players this season. He also has a cousin, Guille Fernandez, who was also in the squad in many games, but for the moment he did not have the debut with Barca. But for the moment we have in the bench right now we two goalkeepers, Iñaki Peña and Ander Estralaga, and then we have Cubarsí, Balde, Gavi and Ansu and Casado, the 5 players first team. So we have Sergi Dominguez and we have Toni Fernandez. Remember that Sergi Dominguez made his debut against Monaco in the Champions League game in September, but maybe it could be a good day also to see another young talent of La Masia, Toni only 16 years old. Maybe he can have some minutes in the second half. For the moment, we don't have the players just on the pitch, so the first players are starting to go in. For the moment, I have to say that the call is control. I have here the scarf, I have the gloves. No, Uriel, you don't have, because I have him option, but maybe I can show how is this place. So, well, for example, I want to show you how is the score, 0-2, 45 minutes. So it's like we are in other football, isn't it? It's like very different. And the locker rooms are just in this house. This that is here is the place where the locker rooms are. So it's very strange as a stadium, but I like it's like real football. So we have to go the connection back to you guys, because the players are just inside the pitch, and for the moment I don't see any substitutions on Barca's side. So let's go to the position and we will go with the second half, guys.
Right, thank you, Mark. Let's see if during the second half you can give us a view of where Spencer Siegel is. Maybe you can give us that. Right, before the second half starts, we have a lot of people watching this show from home today. Thank you to all of you, and we have a lot of people watching the game here in the studio with us. Who do we have? For example, let's start with Giuliano Belletti. Hello, Giuliano. We also have Grisi. Say hi, Grisi. Grisi bringing us good luck once again, watching in the background there. Did you have a good Christmas? That's it. We also have the Barça 125th anniversary poster watching in the background there. Round of applause for the poster. And we have a football signed by Javier Saviola. But the football's not watching the game, so. You also have me, Robert Van Eckhout. You also have Jamie Coles. You also have the Tio, who's here for some reason still. I mean, the Tio,
he should be back off.
He did what he had to do. Did what he had to do in on the 25th of December, but still here, hanging around. We have Adrian Bielkowski. And we also have the Barça official intelligence.
Yeah, that's here.
Quite a crowd. Do we have Kat with us as well today? I don't know if we have Kat. Can't remember. And of course we have our lovely camera crew as well. Carlos in the background there, he was operating this camera. And we have, there we go. So all of our camera operators in the studio here, Judith as well, and Joanette as well. I thought you were Belletti.
Belletti's body double.
Careful here, Lewandowski! Lewandowski! First minute of the second half, and just as we were finishing the rounds, Barca scored.
The Belletti effect.
Giuliano. Second half starts. Didn't even have time to finish the round of people who were watching this show. Marc Brau is also on this show today. Marc Brau, Lewandowski's second goal today. 3-0 to Barca, and there's been a substitution as well.
Also, but let's go with Lewandowski's stats, because it's an important goal, reaching today 25 goals this season. Lewandowski, 25 goals this season, and another double. He has scored a hat-trick against Alaves, but this season he scored a double against Valencia, against Villarreal, against Alaves, against Sevilla, against Madrid, against Young Boys, against Bayern, against Betis, and today, so for the 9th time this season, a double scored by Lewandowski, who has started the year very, very well, in a great shape, our Polish striker. So, Adrian, let's go again with Lewandowski to be the top scorer of the season.
Right,
Yes.
well...
9 braces so far, that's incredible.
9 braces, amazing. And we said it's, how many goals last season? 34, was it?
26?
Oh, 26. 26 last season and 33 the first
before.
season. So he's 1 away from the amount of goals he scored last season, and he is...
he's well on his way to 33.
Well on his way, yeah. Eight
more.
away. 8 away with half of the season to go from what he did in the first season. Give us the double fist bump on the live chat, the fist bump emojis. I've already done it. I'm going to do it again. And
Spencer's not even here to do the rap for us.
Spence is not here to do the rap for us, but the Barca official intelligence is. So, you know, guys, I mean, you've been watching this show. Today, we did it already for the first Lewandowski goal. You know that ever since we signed him, since the Mallorca game in the 2022-2023 season, every time that Lewandowski scores a goal, we go.
We pop the net like Lewandowski. Dovski, El Marcaria dentro un bosque. Bosque, dale al balón que lo enrosque. Rosque, we pop the net like Lewandowski. Dovski.
There you go. The Lewandowski rap. Do you like it? Do you think it's fire? Give us some fire emojis if you like it.
3 seasons now, the Barca Live fans have had that forced upon them?
You could say forced upon them, or you could say been able to enjoy it.
Been able to enjoy it.
Been able to
I hear that
jiggle their bodies
I heard
to
that
it.
Spencer plays it in his car each time he's driving down to Barcelona.
Spencer at one point promised a new song, but this is the only
He's a busy
tune.
man.
He's a busy man.
He's a busy
in
man.
Barbastro. Marbrao, can you see Spencer from your position?
No, because Spence told me that he's just between the 2 benches. And the bench of Barca, Spence is side behind. But he's exactly in the middle 2 benches. So maybe if you take a look on your image, I don't know if you can see him just in the middle between the bench of Barca and Barbastro bench. So he told me I'm in the VIP position.
Well, yeah. Careful here with the ball played through to Gerard Martin. Incoming cross. Lewandowski. Touch on his left. Ooh, that was a high boot, which was dangerous. And it'll be a yellow card for Lewandowski, who was late to that challenge.
Far from intentional.
Yellow card. And also Lewandowski has pain in his back. Just at the down part of his back, he's paying Lewandowski there. But for sure it's yellow card for Lewandowski, who is talking with the referee, but there's no option, it's a clear yellow card. The first of the game for Barca.
Not the nicest of challenges by Lewandowski. I mean, you're up 3-0. No, there's no need for that. Come on, Levy. Both of the players seem fine, so that's good.
That's good. That's good.
Let's go.
Interesting point, Mark made.
And another head clash on the pitch. The referee asking the medical assistants to come on. Íñigo Martínez is the player who's down for Barca.
Íñigo Martínez and a Barbastro player. It was a head
collision.
How to explain? So, I think that we are suffering bad images. I don't know if the TV is showing you, but Barbastro player is in trouble.
Okay,
in a big trouble. So we have to be very careful. Yeah, we have to be very careful. Yeah, they're asking for the ambulance. So we have to be very careful about what you are commenting. So I don't know, Robert, if you have the images
Right, the side
on
of the
your
head.
TV.
Yeah, we've got the replay. So Íñigo Martínez goes in for the header, and it's a hard head collision with the Barbastro player number 3, Jaime.
Yeah, he went down hard.
The players quickly asked for the ambulance people to come on. And
they are
Íñigo Martínez is up and walking, but
this is neck injury protocol.
They are putting the Barbastro player on the stretcher right now, and well, just going to take him off the pitch. Hopefully,
So Robert,
this is okay.
Let me explain something. it's very cool moment here, and we must explain that it's absolutely in silence, whole the stadium. So I don't want to talk, just listen direct from my microphone. And good news, good news. Good news, it's important. Listen to the people clapping their hands, so it's, the player is going directly out of the pitch, but it seems that he's conscious. He recovers the conscious, so of course the doctors need to take a look on him. But it seems that the bad moments passed. But of course the player is in trouble, but it seems he's conscious.
Right. Well, good news in that regard. Íñigo Martínez is all right for Barça, and most importantly, Jaime, the Barbastro player, is being taken off on the stretcher, but seems to be fine. Of course, within the
That's
what the situation is.
He's been applauded as they're taking off. Let's hope it's nothing serious.
Let's hope it is nothing serious. There's been a substitution. Marc Prat has come on for Barbastro. One of my friends is called Marc Prat. He does not play for Barbastro, though. He used to play for Handball Bulgaria. Marc Prat. Hi.
Isn't he the scorer of the
He scored last season. He scored last season, yes.
In this very fixture last year.
Yeah, from the penalty spot. From the penalty spot, Adrián Mesa scored the first goal, but Prat scored from the penalty spot in the other time. So he's one of the scorers. He's a Catalan player, so we hope he's not scoring today.
Marc, what we didn't comment on, because so much happened at the beginning of the second half, is that Gavi has come on for Pedri.
Yeah, I said just to end the connection of the halftime that no substitutions was made, and directly 2 seconds later I see that Gavi came on Pedri in the pitch. So also I'm just starting the year, so let me work a little bit just to be focused. So I have to say that maybe Barca players were more focused than me, but of course Gavi is playing, so be careful with the cross. It's offside, it's offside. You're going to see this, but it's offside of Fermin. But yeah, Gavi on Pedri, I have to say that we have to used to watch Gavi more on the pitch. I think that maybe it was the best game of the season so far for Gavi, the 60 minutes he played against Atletico de Madrid.
I agree.
So I think it has to be an important player for Barca in the end of this season.
Who's warming up, Marc?
All the players, not the goalkeepers, but all the players. I see all the players. I see Alejandro Valde, I see Marc Casado. Be careful.
Oh, careful here. This could be a fourth for Barca. There it is. Pablo Torre. Pablo Torre with the goal.
Pablo Torre got there in the end.
Four. And it comes from high press by Pablo Torre. Hansi Flick will be impressed with his effort there. Mistake by the keeper, pass intercepted by Pablo Torre, who then scores in front of the semi-open goal. Giuliano! 4 goals, eh? There you go. Manuel, Pablo Torre, how many goals this season?
So I have to say that it's an important amount of goals. 4 goals scored this season. He has scored 3 goals in La Liga against Villarreal, and he scored a double against Sevilla, 2 goals the day that Gavi returned. But it's the 4th goal this season by Pablo Torres, the same number of goals that Pedri has scored this season. So we have to see that Pablo Torre scored many goals in Racing de Santander, the team where he played before coming to Barca. So as you said, he's deserving to be one of the players of the match, as you said at the end of the first half. So now we have to put another thing, a goal scored today against Barbastro.
We do not have a Pablo Torre wrap yet. So there is no wrap to celebrate this goal. As we see the medical staff making their way back to their positions, so hopefully Jaime is well the Barbastro player who got knocked in that head collision with Íñigo Martínez. Right, question, guys. When a player has 2 goals on this show, we always like to ask you a question. Will they get a hat-trick? Will Lewandowski score a hat-trick in his first game of 2025? Option 1, yes. Option 2, no. Option 3, 2 goals and an assist. There's an option 4 as well, which is linked to option 2, which is he'll get substituted in a couple of minutes, so he won't have time.
That could happen.
That could happen.
That could happen.
But I'm going option 1, yes. I like to be optimistic about that, and I will say option 1. Levy will go. I want to play the rap once again.
I think if he doesn't get subbed off, he's going to go 3. Hat-trick.
You think option 3?
I will go option 3.
No.
So 2 goals and assist, because how many braces did we have?
9.
Did we
9,
say
right?
he has? Yeah. So let's go with 2 goals and an assist, and then he can come off.
Giuliano. Option 1, option 2, or option 3? Giuliano Belletti, give me your answer. Option 3. Giuliano thinks it's 2 goals and an assist. Marc Barão, what do you think?
I'm not sure. Because maybe it could be one of the players substituted.
Yeah.
So before letting ask the question to Jamie and Adrian, just let me check that all the players who are on the bench are warming up, but there will be more substitutions, guys. So please, Uri, help me. Sergi Domínguez and Ansu will be the second and the third player to end. Sergi Domínguez and Ansu.
Nice.
And maybe it's one of the reasons because Lewandowski maybe cannot score a hat-trick. Because I guess that maybe Ansu could come on Lewandowski.
It seems so. It seems likely, because who else?
Marc was clearly not listening to us.
No, clearly not.
He was already given your answers. But
It's all right. That's not
we'll let him off.
Yeah.
We'll point it
He's
out.
had a tough year
we'll
already.
point it out.
Hansi Flick's keeping him on his toes. And
Sorry, guys.
No problem,
I have to
Marc.
say
No
that it's a
problem,
miracle that I listened to you today. But of course, maybe it's just because I try sometimes to follow your Robert, but yeah, I did not listen to Adrian and Jamie, so sorry. Guys.
I know. I know that.
No, don't worry.
No, I know that there are audio connection issues today.
that's what we call them.
No, it's not that he wasn't paying attention.
No.
Ansu Fati has not scored yet this season, so we might see a first goal of the season for Ansu Fati whenever he comes on. Neither has Sergi Domínguez. Maybe he could score his first goal as a Barca player. Gerard Martín
was the last scored by Ansu? Do you
Sorry?
remember last Ansu goal?
Intercity?
No. Last Ansu goal was the last game of 22-23 season at Balaidos.
Oh, I don't remember that goal. I do not remember.
Well, it was the last game of the season. Barca was champions of the league. It was the last year. So let's go with the substitutions. So these are the substitutions. Maybe you have to help me. Íñigo Martínez is out, and then Sergi Domínguez is in. Cubarsí also will enter on Koundé. So Cubarsí and Sergi Domínguez on Koundé and Íñigo Martínez, and of course Ansu Fati will enter on Lewandowski position. Ovation for Robert Lewandowski. 3 goals in 2 games in Barbastro. Why are not playing more times in Barbastro? Is Lewandowski maybe asking. So 3 substitutions. Great game by these players.
Round of applause for Lewandowski, Íñigo Martínez and Jules Koundé. 3 players who've played a lot of minutes this season. They got the job done. Now it's time for them to rest. On come Pau Cubarsí, Ansu Fati, and Sergio Domínguez. A reminder,
50th match.
Cubarsí's 50th match already? I don't know. I'm not good at these stats. Marc Barão is normally the one who has those. Right. Just a reminder.
Please ask me again about Cubarsí.
How many games Cubarsí has he played for Barca?
All the games. All the games played.
No,
Yeah,
but like total. Counting this. Has he got to 50 yet?
Total. Oof, I have. I have to search the stat. But what I can say very quickly, Robert, is that I think it's important to comment that now the striker, the number 9 position is for Fermín. Ansu is playing in the left wing position. Pablo Torre in the right wing position, but you will see just in the next moment, because Barça is attacking, that Ansu is in the left side and Fermín is playing as a number 9.
There he is. Go Ansu, go boy. Ansu, the switch, nice pass. Nice Pablo Torre couldn't keep it in. Right.
That's interesting.
Sevilla
right?
lost to Almería 4-1. I'm just seeing that on our screens. Wow. And Mallorca got knocked out by Pontevedra, of course, as well. So there are always surprises in this competition.
Always surprises.
Yeah, and 3-0. Wow.
Not all the Primera teams make it to the final rounds. Right. I did want to point out that, of course, this is Copa del Rey. The rules say that there always must be 7 first-team players on the pitch. I don't think there's an issue really today, because only Gerard Martín and Sergi Domínguez are Barça Athletic players on the pitch right now. So we could potentially, Marc, get a debut from Toni Fernández.
Yeah, because he's just warming up just at the moment that Ansu, Cubarsí, and just remember the other player, Cubarsí, Ansu, and Sergio Domínguez entered on the pitch. Just at that moment, he was just direct to warm up, and I was just searching stats because Toni Fernández could be the first Barça player to debut for 2008.
Oh!
He was born in 2008.
Oh, careful here. Ansu Fati with an opportunity. Double chance for Ansu. Go, Ansu, go, Ansu. Shot blocked. Took too long. Corner kick. The first 2008 player to play for Barça could be.
You said you started working here as an intern in 2009.
I was an intern in 2009. So and Toni Fernández was born in 2008.
Can I say something?
Yes.
In 2008, I was just, at that time, I commented games for Barça TV. So I was there, guys. This player was born at that year.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
Well, careful here. An opportunity in transition on the counter-attack for Barbastro, but Gerard Martín does very well to get back defensively. Now Gavi will recover. Can Gavi clear? No. Bit of a...
Again, Gavi.
Oof, ow, that's a hard tackle on Gavi there.
Back on his feet right away, though.
Yes. Good that he got back on his feet right away.
Jumped up and high-fived Frankie de Jong, and that was it.
That's proper Gavi. The Gavi we know.
That was a little word with the referee as well.
I was thinking now with the age gap thing. I was fortunate enough before Christmas. You might have seen it on Barça 1. I was fortunate enough to interview Lamine Yamal, the last interview of 2024, and that young boy was born while I was getting up to mischief in university.
I was at the uni in 2008 as well. So we are old. We're old.
Oh, they're young.
Well, no, we're not old. We're experienced.
We're experienced. We're gaining experience.
Yes, veterans. Exactly.
Remember, guys, that Toni Fernández has played some games this season with the first team, but it was in the pre-season. Because maybe you remember the first game against Manchester City, he scored an incredible penalty in the last penalty shootout at that game played in Orlando. Do you remember the way he shot the penalty? Very calm, left foot player, just like he was a very experienced player. And for the moment, he has scored 3 goals with Barça Athletic so far. But let's do something, Robert. I will keep some extra stats on Toni Fernández, and we will comment in the case he's in the pitch, because maybe we'll have to keep some stats and some stories of him for another game. So for the moment, he's warming up next to Balde and Casado. So let's see if Toni Fernández can make his debut.
We're just seeing the list of substitutes. The players, some have come on already, and the remaining players. I have to say, out of the option, because the keepers aren't going to come on unless there's something, and I hope there's nothing wrong with Szczesny, so I'm like eliminating the keepers as options. Out of Balde, Casado, and Toni Fernández, I would rather see Toni Fernández because Balde and Cazador are going to be heavily relied upon during the month of January. So if they can get the rest today, that's good news for Barca.
And we all love to see a debut.
And we all love to see a debut, a player from La Masia making his debut. Potentially that could happen today with Toni Fernandez, who, by the way, in the first interview that he gave to us on Barca 1, Hansi Flick spoke of already in the month of July. He said, I've got this 15-year-old kid, Toni Fernandez. This was before the return of the internationals. He said, sometimes you come in as a new coach and you think, oh, well, the internationals aren't here yet because there's the Euros, the Copa America, and the level of training will be diminished a little bit, will drop. And he said, no, because I've got these Masia players who are fantastic, who know all the concepts and are training at a very high level. And he highlighted, saying, hey, I've got a player who's 15 years old training with me, and he said the name Toni Fernandez. So he's been impressed with him right from the beginning.
But he's big into the youth section of Barca, which we know is one of the best in the world, if not the best in the world. But he's often there at Barca Athletic matches. He's often there at the under-19 matches, or even younger. And in fact, just yesterday in the training, he had to wander over to take a look at, I think it was Barca Athletic that were playing in the next pitch. And whilst he was waiting for the first team players to come out of the dressing room, Hansi Flick sort of wandered over and took a look at what they were doing. And his eyes out for talent all over the place.
He's been to a few Barça Athletic games already this season. Hansi Flick. Now Barca lose the ball. And Barbastro want to get the consolation goal. It looks like they want to get that consolation goal. And I would be fine with it because, well, not because of Szczesny. Careful here with the cross coming in. Can Kubarsi clear? No, Szczesny comes out to grab the ball. He went in there with all the energy in the world, all the energy he's been saving up all game long. I was saying that I would be fine only for one reason with a Barbastro goal, which is the Barca official intelligence doesn't get the prediction right, because I don't like that robots are right. I think
we don't want.
I think the battle
to
of robots v humans needs to be won by humans, and I don't like that the robots are right sometimes. They are often wrong. We often give them more credit than they do.
And we don't want to be replaced by them.
Oh, no.
Let's be honest.
I don't want to be replaced by a headless mannequin with Spencer's face on it, no.
Nobody wants that. That's,
might be amusing for 5 minutes, but... Right.
Nightmare material.
20 minutes remaining, and it seems like Barca have this one under control as Araujo plays it forward. By the way, Marc, a solid debut for, or not debut, return for Araujo rather.
Yeah, remember that he was ready to play, just maybe not in Dortmund, the time that he received the medical okay. But remember that Hansi Flick said that maybe, careful.
Nice. Wow. Here's Fermin. Now a lovely turn. Fermin struggling to get the ball forward. He lost it ultimately, and the Barbastro defense managed to clear. Mark, you were saying, sorry.
I said that Hansi Flick said that not maybe against Dortmund, but Araujo was ready to play against Leganés, but the way that the game was, what happened that game, made that Araujo couldn't play that game. Also against Atletico Madrid, it happened the same. That Flick said that he was ready to play, and maybe this is because he will play 90 minutes today, because before Christmas he was ready also to play. So, but it's very important because maybe Íñigo Martínez and Covarsí are the two players who played the most important minutes in every game without resting. So it's important to have another player in the centre-back position, and of course it's not another player. It's our Uruguayo, it's Araujo, so
it's one of our captains as well, Oh, mate, on that note, question. There it is. That's it. I struggle to get it right sometimes. What is the most important thing about Araujo's return to the team? To have that solidity, that strength at the back, his leadership, being captain, or rest for Cubarsí and Íñigo, which is my option 3. Options at the back.
Yeah, I think all three of those things, actually. But I think Rafinha's been doing a great job as captain.
Yes, I agree.
So I think I mean, and Pedri as well, and wherever you look, they're kind of great captains all over. But Araujo is a good one. But I think, I've been worried about Kouassi at the back. He's only 16. He's a youngster. He's 17 now. 17. He's 17 now, and he's played like every match this season. Yeah. So I've been kind of worried about him, and if we get injuries there, it's going to be a problem. So I'm kind of happy to see him back, so we can rest.
Careful here, because we have a set-piece opportunity for Barbastro, headed away by who? By Araujo, of course. Yeah. Adrian, what's your option?
So I'd say solidity at the back, because I remember sometimes thinking to myself when I'm at Stadio Olimpic, because I have a season pass, so I go there every game, and sometimes we play against these huge, massive strikers. And I see little, well, not that little, but still a kid, Kouassi, playing against them. It's good to have another huge guy to stop them, and Araujo is exactly that. So I will go with solidity at the back.
Marbrau, what is the most important thing about Araujo's return?
Well, for me, the return itself it's so important. But I think the first option you commented, it's one of the most important ones. How strong he is and what he gives to the team. But I think the three options are good. Remember that it's not only he's on the pitch. He's one of the leaders of the squad. He's one of the captains. Remember, in the list. It's the second captain. Yep. The first one is Frenkie de Jong. The second is Araujo. Then the third is Rafinha.
No, the first is Ter Stegen.
Well, of course, sorry. The first. Sorry, the first is Ter Stegen. The second is Frenkie de Jong. The third is Araujo. The fourth is Rafinha, and the fifth is Pedri. So it's very important. Araujo, of course, the third captain, but with the Ter Stegen injury, is the second one. So he's one of the leaders, and it's very important to have him back.
Belletti, option 1, 2, or 3? What is the most important thing about Araujo's return, Belletti? Solidity at the back, captain leadership, or rest for Kouassi and Íñigo? 1, 2, or 3? 2. Belletti likes Araujo as a captain. Yeah. Belletti would have played well alongside Araujo. Belletti was a right back, Araujo was a centre back. They would have teamed up well. Here is Fermin battling for it in that striker position we've seen him in.
Covering another defender at some point soon as well. Christensen was back training with the group. And Hansi did say they'll take him to Saudi Arabia. He probably won't play, but he'll be going on the trip, and we may see him back in action sort of toward the end of the month.
Interception by Gerard Martin. By the way, guys, we haven't done this yet so far on this show. We're up 4-0. Why have we not done this? Can you give us some blue and red hearts on the chat? Give us some blue and red hearts, guys. We're up 4-0. First game of the year.
Yeah.
Look at that. I mean, come on, give us some Barca support, some Barca love. We're up 4-0. Copa del Rey, these games can get complicated, as we've seen in other seasons. Fill the chat with blue and red hearts. I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Watch out, here's Gavi pushing on.
Meanwhile, Gavi is playing like it's a Champions League final.
Yes. The only way he knows how to play, Adrian,
exactly.
It's the only way he knows how to play.
120% of intensity. 200% aggression. He gets into contact. It's just Gavi. Again, he's on the on the ground again.
I want to see more blue and red hearts on the live chat, guys. Yeah. I don't see enough yet. I don't see enough.
I really enjoyed that Gavi documentary on Barca 1 about his
recovery.
Yeah.
Credit, partial credit to Marc Brau for that one.
Well done, Marc.
He was
well done.
He was scripting for that. He was interviewing. So
it was great. You get to hear from all the experts that were involved in his recovery.
One of the many things that you can find on Barca 1.
Yeah.
Here's Fermin chasing a ball. He never gets tired of running either. Yeah, Fermin back into the box. Cleared. Marc, you were saying?
No, I was just want to say that that Gabi documentary, you can watch it right now, and it's not only the story of the season; it's his story. So you can watch it whatever you want, because it's not related with the scores that Barça got. So it's just his story, and now we can explain that it's normal that instead he was back in October. Maybe it's normal that you need 2 months and more just to be in the best shape. Yeah. So, and guys, we have some news. So do you remember what were you doing? What are you doing in 2008? Because now, in a few seconds, we will have an important debut. A 16-year-old player who was born in 2008, in a few seconds will be on the pitch. So what things were you doing
do you remember?
at 2008? So Toni Fernandez will make his debut in an official game with Barça.
Right. Before that happened, Sanan Ismailov says, who scored the goals? Well, Lewandowski scored 2, Eric Garcia scored the first, and Pablo Torre scored the other. Alia says, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too, and Happy New Year to everyone on this Barça Live
Had we not
show.
done that yet? Have we not wished everyone Happy New Year yet?
Sorry?
Had we not wished everyone Happy New Year yet?
We did? No, I haven't seen everyone yet. No, I haven't seen everyone yet. So.
We're in that kind of date now where...
Today was my first day back at work.
Okay. We're entering into that period where it's sort of like, do we say it now, or is it too far gone into the year to kind of say it?
I mean, I think for the first, fortnight...
14 days, you're still saying Happy New Year to people?
Yeah. Fair enough. I mean, if it's the first time I've seen them. First week, definitely. Right. I'll save the question for when Toni Fernandez comes on.
Mark's got his stats ready. Mark's there ready with his Toni Fernandez stats.
Right, Marc Brau, is it happening now?
It's happening now. Pablo Torre will be out of the pitch. It's history right now. Maybe we have to remember this day, the 4th of January, because, well, we have we want really to see Toni Fernandez, one of the most talented players of La Masia, who made the preseason with Barça, United States, last summer, is going to live something very special. It's going to live something very emotional. It's because in 3, 2, 1, and right now, for the first time, a player that was born in 2008 is playing with the first team of Barça. Toni Fernandez is now the youngest player to score, maybe, in the age he has. Remember that Lamine made his debut with 15 years old, but first time 2008 player on the pitch in an official game with Barça.
Right, and a debut.
That's
a debut for Barça. And Ansu Fati making a run here. Had to come to a halt. Round of applause on the live chat. I'm going to put some applause emojis on the live chat there. We are always happy to see a debut. And Toni Fernandez, the first 2008 player who makes a start for Barça. Right, a quick fire round. Jamie Coles, who were you in 2008?
Who was I?
Who was it? What was your story? 15-second elevator pitch.
September 2008, I started studying at university.
Studying journalism?
TV production, well, audiovisual production.
Okay. Yeah. Did you get up to much
then
mischief?
Got
Were you
behind
more
the camera onto the camera?
Were you a study first person or were you a party first person?
I was a party first person, but I made 100% attendance that year, so one way or another, I was there in class.
Adrian Bielkowski, who were you in 2008?
I was either...
And where were you living and all of that, yeah?
I lived in Łódź, in my hometown still, and I was either a student of law,
law?
Which I think I quit in 2008, or a student of film and TV production at the Polish National Film School.
So, okay.
Okay.
Those two things happened around that year. I don't remember which one.
Go TV and film production.
Yeah. You see, and now we are here.
And here you are, exactly.
I'm not a lawyer, so it's all good. It's all good.
I wonder how many TV production students have pivoted to law in their time.
Guys, on the live chat, if you study film and TV production, Maybe one day you'll be on this show. Maybe. I'm not guaranteeing. Maybe. Yeah. I, in 2008, was still studying journalism. I think it was in my first half of 2008. I was in my third year. Second half, I was in my second year. In my fourth year, rather. Third year, fourth year. Yes, that makes sense. Studying journalism towards the end of the career. I can't say it was 100% attendance from me. At that stage, I was definitely party first. And 2008, I remember, because of course was a transition year for Barca. We ended season quite badly, 2008, and then started off 2008, 2009 pretty well. So as a Barca fan, it was a bit of an up and down situation. Giuliano Belletti, where were you in 2008?
Chelsea.
Giuliano Belletti was at Chelsea. Yeah, he signed for Chelsea. Yeah. After Barca, he left for Chelsea, and there he was at Chelsea. Marbrau, who were you in 2008?
I will explain, because be careful.
Careful here, the cross by Fermin. Ansu Fati go Ansu, the shot. Oh, saved by Arnau. Ansu so close, twice already. He's had 2 chances.
I'm desperate for him to score.
Me too. So is Ansu, I guess.
Me too. I will go quickly. So I was 19 years old in 2008. I was in the second course of communications in university. And as I said, it was the first time I commented a game in the old Barça TV. So it was the year that I made my debut as a commentator for our club. But yeah, long time ago.
And he stayed ever since.
Oh, a volley there by Sergio Dominguez. Yes.
Mark Brow's a one-club man.
Yeah. No, he also did commentary for the ACB, for the Spanish league. So I think that counts as he's been commentating for several clubs. Sorry, not a one-club man.
No, first team of Barça. First team of Barça was 2016 for the first time. But 8 years before. It was an honor, but incredible, 2008. But I have to explain that he was born the 15th of July. So, Toni Fernandez was born after Guardiola was named coach of the first team of Barça. And you know what? Pep Guardiola got his title in the 3rd division and a promotion to to another division against Barbastro, so everything is connected.
Full circle. I read that. Full circle. We brought this full circle. Barbastro making a substitution in goal. Oh
yeah. The substitution. So Arnau Fàbrega will go out. Is out. Remember that Arnau Fàbrega also played the game last season. And, I have to go with the goalkeeper who was on the bench. I think it's Victor. Yeah, Victor, number 13. Victor is on the goal right now. He will play the last 5 minutes. But the only thing I want is to see Toni Fernandez touching the ball.
Right.
And one more thing, I remember...
Careful here, the pressure by Ansu Fati allows Barca to win it back. No.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember when Pep Guardiola coached Barça. It was Barça Athletic, then he changed the name to Barça B.
Yes, it's
and
gone
now
back and
it's
forth.
Barça Athletic again. So again, full circle.
Full circle again. Right. I've asked everyone on this show.
To explain good, sorry Robert, to explain good. Guardiola was only 1 year the coach of Barça Athletic, and he got the promotion to another category of Spanish football, winning Barbastro. In 2008, so it's the same year. The same year when Toni Fernandez was born, Pep Guardiola was a coach of Barça Athletic. So great action by Barbastro, great save by Chesney. So 4 minutes plus the other time to end the game.
The clearance there by Kubarsi. Right, I want to ask, because I've asked everyone on the show, where were you, live chat? What were you doing in the summer of 2008, or 2008 the year? How old were you? Where were you living? What was your story? I saw a comment here from Ebenezer saying, I was in the 1st grade. So you're clearly younger than I was.
Another youngster.
More than I am. A lot of youngsters watching this show. We love it. It makes us feel young as well. Barça Vibes says, I wasn't born. Okay.
I was 8 and in 3rd grade still in Slovenia. That's
8 in
Alia.
Alia says...
to you.
Hi, Alia from Slovenia. Pythonia says, I was -2. DK
Do we say
Salko.
that? People say that?
-2. That's
DK
nice.
Salko says, I was 6 and probably eating crayons.
Yeah, each to their own.
Benito Lorea, I was born a year after. Mary Kate Armanos, I wasn't born. That one dude, I was -5 years old. Wow. Lupi says I was 2 years old. Oh dear, Auntie,
We're very old.
3
we're
years
very
before
old.
I was born. I'm feeling so old. I regret asking this question. Nokutula says I was 2.
Yeah, you've owned a whole can of worms here.
Oh dear. Who was older than 10?
Did someone say I'm a penguin? Can that happen? In 2008, I was a penguin.
I was just born still dreaming to play for Barca, says Messi boy. Who else? Nova says I was eating grass. Okay.
Well,
someone was eating crayons.
I'd like to say hello to Ali again because
that one dude says, yo, I was mentioned by Barca admin. Well, I'm not the Barca admin, I'm the host of the show. That counts. And Katke says, love from Nepal. Right, 88th minute, one last question. Jordi Cochran, get it on that screen. As Barca play from behind, let's do that final question. Ooh, look at Fermin chasing that ball.
I love the intensity of Fermin.
I love the intensity of Fermin, I love the intensity of Gavi.
Yeah.
What do you guys think that I got from Santa? Was it a Lamine Yamal jersey? Was it a vintage Barca jersey? You know I'm like into the 80s, 90s period of Barca's history. Maybe I got a vintage Barca jersey. Or did I get a scarf? Option 1, option 2, option 3. What do you think, guys?
I think if you'd gotten a jersey, you'd have shown it off by now.
I might.
Unless
I
you're
might have it
saving
underneath
for the big reveal.
I might have it underneath the sweater. I might.
I'm going to go with scarf. And I think you'd be wearing the scarf if it weren't so warm in here.
Yeah, that's a nice logic behind that. So let's go with the scarf. Did you get another scarf? Because you got one. Remember,
yeah, I got one from you.
This show.
And it's right there.
Yeah, it's still
right there,
here.
hanging up from the Barca Bayern Munich game.
Yeah.
A great gift from you, Andy. Did I get another scarf? Belletti, Giuliano. Option 1, option 2, option 3. Do you think I got a Lamine Yamal jersey? Do you think I got a vintage Barca jersey? Or do you think I got a scarf? A bufanda for Christmas.
He played in England, he doesn't know what scarf is.
He didn't learn the language, obviously.
2 minutes of added time we will have.
2 minutes of
to
added
end the
time.
first game of the year. So we will start a year in style.
Right, I've got lots of 2s. Ana Guerra, M. Navarrete Games, FaZe Adam going 2. Upglide says 3, a scarf. Lupi says 1, the Lamine Yamal jersey. I've got lots of 2s. Aloysius Minor going 3. Alia says 2, which is the vintage jersey. Umich Dan going 1, the Lamine Yamal jersey. Lots of people think I got a vintage Barca jersey. The correct answer is that I got a scarf from my lovely girlfriend.
Hey!
Who's not that into football, so she wouldn't get me anything Barca. She thinks I get it at work.
None of us are perfect.
Yeah. I was in Scotland and I got a lovely.
You need a
tartan.
scarf. You need a scarf in Scotland.
I definitely did need a scarf in Scotland. I got a lovely tartan shawl, which is a word for a big scarf. A big scarf, basically. I'm very thankful to my lovely girlfriend for that. So, yeah, there you go. There you go.
Jamie,
Something to remember our trip to Scotland by.
Shout out on Barca Life.
And she got a shout.
Yeah.
Happy Christmas all around.
Yes.
Jamie, did you get anything Barca related or anything?
I didn't get anything Barca related. I don't think. No.
Did you get anything Barca related, Adrian?
Not this year. Yeah. Usually I do. This year, no. I got a ticket to...
Tony Fernandez on the edge of the box, combining with Gavi. Gavi trying to get in. Barbastro managed to clear that situation. We are 10 seconds away from the end of this game. Barbastro looking to hit Barca on the counter. They won't. The game comes to an end. I wanted to ask the live chat, what did you get for Christmas? Did you get anything Barca related? Leave the comments on the live chat.
COPA DEL REY result is what you got for Christmas.
You got Well, right before the Three Kings come, you got 4 goals from Barca, and you know what 4 goals means? You know what 4 goals means? Let's get up. Let's get credit. Let's give credit when it's due. Come around this side. The Barca official intelligence did not only fill its gut with turrons, turkey, mince pies, canelons, neulas, all of that. This Christmas, it also got its first prediction of the year, right? Round of applause for the Barca official intelligence, who predicted a 4-0 win for Barca. Give credit when it's due, guys. Give credit when it's due. Right. Quick thoughts, Jamie Coles and Adrian Bialkowski, before we head in for a little break and we go into the post-game show. Quick thoughts on this first game.
Yeah, great start to the calendar year. Great start to their COPA campaign. Everything under control. Everything went to plan, and 4 goals.
Adrian.
It was easier than we expected, really. I mean, we predicted 3-0, 4-0, 2-0, 2-1, right? You said. But in the end, we were all worried, remembering our last Copa del Rey games in past years. But it turned out to be really easy, smooth sailing. Barbastro didn't create any chances, really. Wojtek Szczęsny didn't have anything really to do, and I just now remembered that I had a challenge for you to teach you the pronunciation of
we'll
his
save it for another
surname.
day. We'll save it for another day.
Okay.
Because we didn't have to mention him that much. Right. Before we head in for our little break before the post-game show. Giuliano, did you like the game? Good? Bad? Yeah? Okay. We're going to go to the post-game show. Giuliano, see you next time. Thank you. Oh!
What's this?
Right. Stay tuned. First game of the year, first win of the year. It was 4-0 in Barbastro in the initial round of the Copa del Rey that Barça has taken part in, the round of 32. The first goal by Eric Garcia, 2 by Robert Lewandowski, and 1 by Pablo Torre got the job done for Hansi Flick's side. And we progress on to the next round. A solid performance. The team came out, executed the plan, and managed to get that win, which allows us, as I say, to progress in the Copa del Rey. We have our first reactions coming from Barbastro. Mar Brau with Pablo Torre.
We are next to maybe the player of the match. A great goal scored, great gameplay by Pablo Torre. Pablo, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Buenas noches.
Hola, buenas noches.
Bueno, vamos rápido porque estamos aquí fuera, hace un poquito de frío. ¿Qué valoración haces del partido? Buena manera de empezar bien el año.
Bueno, sí, teníamos que ir a full, ¿no? Porque al final
we had to go all out because these teams could make things difficult for you. We were to resolve things quickly.
Decía el míster ayer que había que salir muy concentrado en este tipo de partidos y la
The coach said you have to be very focused in these games because maybe the pitch isn't in the best of conditions and the opposition are motivated. In the end, you have to try and make the most of all your opportunities. You have to be focused, we couldn't relax. I think you saw that we were like that today. You've started the year with a goal. I'm happy. When you can offer something to the team, that's always good. I'm happy, and I'm not settling for anything. How do you feel playing on the right? In the end, wherever the coach plays me, I'll try and do my best. I don't like that position the most, but I'll do it. And you have to make the most of all of your chances.
The words of Pablo Torres, so the words of one of the scorers this night here in Barbastro. Very cold night.
Thank you very much, Mark. Keep the protagonists coming. Still here in the studio, Jamie Coles and Adrian Bialkowski. A solid win for Barca and a great performance by the player who we just heard from.
Yeah, Pablo Torre, I think, did a great job. Great work ethic in the attack, in general, all over the attack, really. Teeing up 2 of the goals, scoring 1 himself. Great night for him, 4 goals, 2 debuts. Yeah, perfect start to the year.
Adrian, we said that sometimes these games can get a bit complicated against the lower tier sides. Today it was what you would expect it to be, really. A first division team against a 4th division team, and the first division team were much better.
Yes, we talked about the away games being so tough in Copa del Rey especially, and remembering the games at Camp Nou, which we usually just crush the other team, and it was more like we played at Camp Nou. So in the end, the really a nice score, no really 2 shots by Barbastro, so neither Szczęsny, neither Araujo didn't have much to do. Gerard Martin, Koundé didn't have to sweat a lot. Really good game, but Pablo Torre needs to be really happy about his performance, because he was really connected and he was making stuff happen on the pitch.
And you just mentioned him, another player who will be happy because today he made his return to the first team after a long injury is Ronald Araujo, who is by Marc Brau. Marc.
Long time ago, he played the last game with Barça 7 months ago. So after 230 days, finally, our Uruguayo, one of the captains, is back with the team. Ronald, enhorabuena por volver. ¿Qué tal? Supongo que satisfecho.
Bueno, muy bien.
Contento really good. I'm happy to have returned. It was a great game for us. On the personal side, on an individual level, I'm happy to have played again. Played 90 minutes as well. The coach was asking how I was doing, and I said I was okay, and I was able to play those 90 minutes. The coach said you have to be very focused on these kinds of grounds, and you took it really seriously. We know the early games of this competition are always hard, but we came into the game really focused. We played well. Despite the pitch, I think we had good play. We got the goals. We're happy with the team, and I'm happy with the attitude. We showed respect for the opponents as well, and it was important.
Evidentemente tu tarea es defender, pero hemos vuelto a ver ese Ronald, ¿no? Que se
You
come el área.
saw a few opportunities on goal as well. Whenever I can help the team, on the attacking side, I try to do that. I've been training a lot to work on that. I want to offer goals and assists. So I'm happy. Happy with the win, happy for the team. I think the team are doing well, and we have to keep going.
Por la victoria, Ronald. Contentos de verte de nuevo. The words of Ronald Araujo, as we said, after 230 days, he's back with the team playing the 90 minutes. So it's very important for the team to have Araujo back.
Indeed it is. Great news for Barca to have one of our captains back. And here are the highlights of this game of the round of 32. Hansi Flick returning to Barca's bench because, well, I mean, he missed the last 2 games due to suspension. Barca came out strong, and early on, we saw that all of the opportunities, or almost all of the opportunities, were coming from crosses. Barca exploiting that today. We actually pointed it out at the beginning of the game. Here, a couple of the chances. Koundé had the first header, then that second chance with a long cross, which was well saved by Arnau, that incoming cross by Fermin. And Barca just kept coming. We did say these games can get complicated in smaller stadiums, teams that are highly motivated to be playing against First Division team. But Barca were having none of it today.
No, absolutely. You know, they went out with a plan. They stuck to it. You could see that they clearly had a plan. Just some good organised football with a clear strategy in mind and a good work rate to boot.
We saw that chance for Ronald Araujo, which was well saved by the keeper, and this was Barca's first goal. The cross came in by Frenkie de Jong. Ronald Araujo with the headed assist, and Eric Garcia scored his first goal of the season. His second goal in his career for Barca, and that managed to do one thing that is very important in these games, because even if the team is superior, you need to break the deadlock, you need to get that first goal in, you need to break that initial wall that the team from the lower tier puts up, and Barca doubled their lead shortly after. Robert Lewandowski scoring his first goal of 2025. With the 2 he scored today, he now has 25 this season. Do you think, guys, that Robert Lewandowski thought when he signed for Barca that he would play 2 games in Barbastro?
I don't think he even knew where Barbastro is, so no. To your question, I don't think so.
His second goal there off of an assist by Pablo Torre. Previously we saw as well the save of Wojciech Szczesny. Did I get that more or less right?
More or less, yes. We'll work on that. Next time he plays.
On the next show.
You remind me, next time he plays.
We did see was his first save as a Barca keeper. He wasn't all that busy in tonight's game, but he did manage to keep a clean sheet, which is good news. We saw that second goal by Lewandowski, and this was Barca's fourth, scored by Pablo Torre, who got the nod today, was in the starting lineup. High press, recovery, forcing the keeper's mistake, and executing there in the 55th minute. The score would not move after that.
Maybe if the pitch was better, he wouldn't have made this mistake. Who knew? Who knows?
That fourth goal by Pablo Torre, who was later on replaced by Toni Fernandez, the player from La Masia, born in 2008, who made his debut today. So congratulations to Toni Fernandez. This was a chance for Ansu Fati. Off of the cross by Fermin. Ansu unable to score his first goal of the season. That was a good save by the keeper as well. And Barbastro came close to scoring on this one. Gerard Martin couldn't get it covered, but Kubarsi was there to reject the ball. The final score in this one was 4-0. We're seeing Hansi Flick on the screen there, and Marc Brau is with Hansi Flick. So let's go and hear what our head coach has to say.
Of course, as usual, in the end of the match, we are with our coach, with Hansi Flick. Well, Hansi, congrats for the victory. Important win, and the team did what you said before the match. Focus for the first moment of the first second of the game.
No, absolutely. You said everything what I also said to the team. So we are very concentrated, focused on that. And it was not so easy on this pitch, but very good.
Talking about the game, of course, it's a different team, different level for the last times for the division in Spain. But it's important also the team. Did you see something recover for the team, especially the effectivity to the goal?
No, it's you know, for us it's good. I said before, it was not so easy to play serious balls and to combine very well. But we did it good. So also about the crosses were good, and we scored the goals. The chance we have was okay. It was okay because the last matches we didn't score so often. So this is, yeah, the good thing. But also in the defense. Defense very concentrated, very focused about that, and this is what I like.
Let me ask you the last question about Tony Fernandez, first player of 2008, playing with the team, 16 years old. You know him since the pre-season where he played. So what can you explain about him? Are you happy with the debut? So do you have that he needs to debut today? How do you leave the situation, and what do you think about him?
No, of course he's a really huge talent, and also he had no fear. He come in and take the corner and shoot the corner. So it's really good to see him back, because he also was injured and a long time, but now he's back, and today he makes good.
Thank you, and let's see in Arabia.
Thank you.
The words of our coach, great words he said about Tony Fernandez. He has no fear. He said he had an injury because he was out of Barça Athletic Games for 2 months at least, but very happy. Hansi Flick talking about Tony Fernandez debut today. I'm very happy with the performance that the team did here in Barbastro this night.
Right, thank you very much, Mark. Let's see if we can hear from some more protagonists, maybe from Szczesny today. Let's talk a little bit more about the game. We've talked about the intensity of the team. Also, quite prolific in chance creation. I mean, there were 4 goals. There could have been more.
Yeah, it could have been quite a lot more. I thought now the Barbastro goalkeeper did probably quite a good job of not letting that happen, actually. He was kept pretty busy through the 85 minutes that he played. And yeah, Barca pushing on, very high in attack, very high in the press as well. And working from the wings, as we sort of mentioned at half-time, just keeping those crosses coming in and really high up as well, keeping it really close and tight to the home side's goal line. And it paid off. You know, we got 2 goals from headers. And I think...
Listen, sometimes it's just hard. When you're a Barca player, you're used to bigger stadiums.
Right.
You're used to playing on the top of the top levels. And then you go to Barbastro, and sometimes it's hard to find motivation, but this time everybody was very focused. We played really tidy, I would say, tidy football.
And I would say as well that when you look at the sequence of games at the end of the year, you'll think, oh, the Barbastro game came after the Atletico de Madrid game, which was a huge disappointment for everyone at the end of 2024. We ended 2024 on a low. And when you see those games in order, you'll think, oh, well. Yeah. I think it was very important to have this fortnight, these 2 weeks in between. Had this game come right after the defeat, maybe it would have been a different story. I think it was good for the players to go away, be with their families, get a few days rest, then come back to training, re-energized, and
but also, Robert,
be able to focus on this game and get a new start.
But also, I thought Atletico Madrid was a good game.
Oh, it was a brilliant game.
It was a brilliant game. It just happens, you know, football is just unlucky that we had a couple of these games before the end of the year. So I think overall the team looks better than it did, for example, in November.
And we'll hope that the team continues to do that well in 2025, because we have the Super Cup coming up. We also have the Champions League returning as well, and we've got games in La Liga as well. Eric Garcia was the first scorer of tonight's game. Lewandowski doubled Barca's lead on the half-hour mark, and Robert Lewandowski continues what he was doing in 2024. Quite the season for our Polish striker.
Yeah, 25th goal to start off 2025. His 9th brace, did we say? So yeah, he's well on his way to maybe even surpassing his own record here at Barca, 33 goals. So he's only 8 away, and we're not even halfway through the season yet. There's a lot more football to be played.
Let's hope he does. I mean, if he doesn't get any injuries, I don't see a reason why he couldn't even play better than he did at Xavi's first season at Barca.
That was his second goal, coming off of an assist by Pablo Torre. A good finish by Lewandowski in front of the keeper. He would later on be replaced by Ansu Fati. There is Lewandowski winning that position, protecting the ball and finishing. And in the 55th minute, good press by Pablo Torre. Allowed Barca to win the ball back, and Torre himself was the one who put the ball in the back of the net. Jamie, you were talking about that high press, and it's often difficult to get, as Adrian was saying, motivated against these teams. You're already 3-0 up, and you like to see the players put in the extra effort there.
Yeah, well, I guess Hansi Flick sort of played that to his advantage as well. You know, Pablo Torre is someone that's maybe not got a great deal of minutes this season, and he'll go out there with something to prove, and he did so. And yeah, it was great to see. He then made way, of course, for a debut in Toni Fernandez, and a quiet debut in the last 10 minutes of the match, but a debut nonetheless. And like we say, we get some more youngsters in the mix, and hopefully for the bright rest of the year.
Right, well, we have our MVP vote ready. Mark Brau, give us your votes.
Well, it's difficult today because, for example, of course, it could be possible to give some votes to Toni Fernandez, but there are other players who deserve to be the player of the match. And I will give final 3 points to Robert Lewandowski because he scored 2 goals today. He reaches 25 goals this season. He's only 1 goal to reach the number of goals, the amount of goals that he scored last season. So well started the year of him. So 3 points for him. I will give 2 points for Pablo Torre, not only for the goal. I think he played very well, and he deserves also these 2 points. And I will give 1 point to Ronald Araujo because he's back with the team. He played very well. He gave an assist to Eric Garcia. So these are my votes. Remember that in a few minutes we will talk maybe with Chesney, so stay tuned.
Thank you very much, Mark. We hope to get that interview with our keeper. If not, if we can't show it to you on this show, you will be able to find his reactions on Barca's social media, of course. Those are the votes of Marc Brau, Robert Lewandowski 3 points, Pablo Torre 2 points, Ronald Araujo 1 point. Adrian, your votes.
Well, unusual votes for me. This time I went a little bit different, in a different way of thinking. I didn't give any points for Lewandowski because I always give him points because he always scores the goal. So this time I gave it to Pablo Torre, which was, I think, player of the match for me. Then 2 points to Ronald Araujo because he's back with the team, and we all said how important it is to have him back as a captain, as also a rotation player for Inigo and Kubarsi, and 1 point for another Polish player, which this time is Szczęsny. So I have to give points to my compatriots, but this time it's not Lewandowski, it is Wojtek Szczęsny.
Fair enough. That's
yeah.
Jamie, your votes.
I agree. Pablo Torre for me was the player of the match. I'll give him all 3 points. Then kind of tough. I wasn't really sure where I was going to go with it, but I decided to go with the goal scorers. So Lewandowski took 2, so he gets 2 points. And Eric got 1, so he gets 1 point. But I think, all round good team effort and a good team result. But for me, Pablo Torre's work rate, kind of pushing forward and leading the attacks from midfield, I think deserves player of the match.
I have the identical votes.
Oh, great minds.
I went 3 points for Pablo Torre as well. Thought that he performed well, he put in good deliveries. Yeah. Every time this season that he's been given the nod, he has performed well. And I thought today he was, in command of the situation where he was put on the right-hand side, a different position for him, but he says, hey, I'm available wherever the coach needs me. Lewandowski, 2 goals, 2 points. Yeah. Starts 2025 in the way that he ended 2024. Eric Garcia, token point in that holding midfielder position. I think he's becoming stronger and stronger and stronger. We'll see what his situation is throughout the month of January. At the moment, he's a Barça player, and he performed well today. So 1 point for him. Total points of this player of the match. The ranking is led by Pablo Torre with 11 points, Robert Lewandowski 7, Ronald Araujo 3, Eric 2, and Szczesny 1. Right, let's take one final look at the highlights, and if we can't show you the interview with Szczesny after that, well, you will be able to see his reactions on Barca's social media platforms. But let's take one final look at the action of this 4-0 win in Barbastro in the Copa del Rey, which means that Barca make it to the next round, which will be played not next week, but the following. We still don't know, of course, against who will be playing. The draw, I presume, will be at the beginning of next week, I guess. And Barca mostly dominated in this first game of 2025 in Barbastro, a stadium in which last year we struggled relatively. It was a 3-2 win for Barca, with goals by Fermin, Lewandowski and Rafinha. But today it was a whole different story, because Barbastro barely had a chance, really. You were mentioning before, just 2 chances. One was saved by Szczesny, one was cleared by Pau Cubarsí. Barca were good at the set pieces today. Pablo Torre with the deliveries there. Fermin headed it on backwards at the near post, and Araujo in his return came extremely close to scoring.
Yeah, we've not really spoken about Koundé either. I mean, he's played really well, I thought. Kind of pushing high up there on this right-hand side. Obviously, kind of clearing a bit of a gap in the absence of Lamine or Rafinha, you know, that we sort of see her playing up there.
He was more active than normally he had to be when Lamine is there, because he had more space. But if we don't talk about Jules Koundé, that means he had a really good game, because he's just
he's really consistently so really good lately.
Exactly. And also he didn't have to play the whole game, which is important, because the amount of minutes. He was the most played player last year, actually, all over the world, right?
And actually, I was in a press conference where somebody asked Hansi Flick, this says, are you going to rest Jules Koundé at any point? And he sort of said, well, you go tell him. Like, exactly. He doesn't want to rest.
That was at the beginning
You go tell him he's got to rest. Like, good luck to you.
No, it was good today that Barca got their goals in early. Lewandowski, Koundé and Íñigo were taken off and got their minutes of rest.
Well, it's just a massive month. You know, Mark said earlier on, he's, you know, sort of said goodbye to his girlfriend, so I'll see you in February. Or his wife, sorry, and, you know.
Because now we've got, of course, Supercopa Wednesday, hopefully Supercopa on Sunday as well, which would mean that we've made it to the final. Then the following week, Copa del Rey in a game against Getafe. Then it's Champions League. It just goes on and on and on. That was Lewandowski's second goal, and in the 55th minute, Pablo Torre got his name on the score sheet as well after recovering the ball inside the box. A bad pass by Arnau, the Barbastro keeper, and Pablo Torre managed to score Barca's 4th and final goal of the game. 4-0 victory in this round of 32 of the Copa del Rey. Right. We are going to be able in just a minute to listen to Marc Brau with the debutant today, Tech Szczesny. Let me know whenever Marc is ready for that. Looking forward to hearing the first words of our goalkeeper, who made one save on the one attempt on goal that Barbastro had today. Now we can listen to Marc Brau with Szczesny.
He made his debut with Barça shirt this night in Barbastro in 2025. We're talking with Tech, with Wojciech Szczesny. Hi, Tech, how are you? Well, first of all, congratulations for the debut. So how do you feel today?
I feel good. I feel relieved. It's always an ungrateful game to play, because you can only mess up if you don't approach the game with the right attitude. But I was excited for my debut. I'm very happy with the win and with the way the guys played. They made my job very easy today.
Of course, it's a different situation in your career, but how are these last months with the team? So how is working with the team? Also, the coach Hansi Flick is always talking about how great are you working on the training essentials. So how do you live for the moment with the team?
It's a new experience for me. It's very new because I always played throughout my whole career, and now I'm in dressing with a lot of guys who are half my age, and I try to help them as much as I can. To prepare for games, to help them learn how to approach games, and it's a new experience. I'm excited. They give me a lot of young energy as well, so it's good. I just try to do my best for the team. When I get to play, I try to stop the ball from going to the net, but on a day-to-day basis, I just try to help the guys, and I'm very happy with how things are going.
Let me ask you the last one. So talking about the team, of course, today you play against a 4th division team, but how important is for the team not only to win, the image that the team showed today with the Super Cup you have next week, and to be back on winning again. And Hansi Flick said how important it is to get back the effectivity at the goal. So how do you see the team, and how is the locker room right now after this win?
Yeah, as I said, it's a relief more than happiness. We had a bad end to 2024. Especially in domestic competitions. In Europe, we were much better. So to start with a win, it's a step in the right direction. We managed not to mess anything up today, and let's hope that we can take that onto the Super Cup and then La Liga.
Thanks, and congrats to the winner, David.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much to Tech, our goalkeeper today here in Barbastro, making his debut. Yeah, you can go this way. Okay. Because he's just going to make an interview. Then we have to put this just in a hold position because it's just the last interview here in Barbastro. So great words by Wojciech Szczesny, talking about himself, talking about the debut, and talking about the way that he is seeing the team. So now it's time to say goodbye, because I have to go back at home, because in 2 days we have to go to Arabia. So the next step is to play the Super Cup against Athletic Club Bilbao, the semi-finals. So the first goal of the year is completed, win here in Barbastro. So next step, it's Saudi Arabia. So let's see next Wednesday, direct from Jeddah. Goodbye, guys.
Bye-bye and safe travels. Mark, we'll talk to you on Wednesday for that game in Saudi Arabia. Guys, last thoughts on this game and this busy month that Barca have ahead of us.
I mean, ideal start to the year, ideal start to this crazy month, and I want to keep seeing more of this well-organised football, using the tactics well, playing together, sort of gelling as a team like this again. Plenty more of that, please, this year. If we have one wish for 2025, let it be more 4-0 goal lines. I'm happy as well to sit here on this sofa and enjoy kind of a good goal line as well.
I'm happy that you're sitting
result.
on that sofa and that Barca didn't lose, that
And
you're no longer the jinx. I think you're no longer the jinx.
I think we'd already put it to bed, but now it's beyond doubt.
Confirmation. Tonight was confirmation. Adrian.
Yes. Well, I am always happy to be here, as you guys all know. I've never been the jinx, and hopefully I will never become one. Yes.
It's a rough ride, I tell you. It's been some dark years.
I imagine, but it depends on the season. You can be the jinx or not. This season so far is looking quite good. I'm still very optimistic about how we play, how we, even though the end of 2024, as Wojciech Szczesny said, it wasn't very good. So they wanted to start 2025 on a higher note. I still feel that we can expect some good moments this season, and hopefully winning a cup or two, or maybe 3.
Well, maybe. We'll see as 2025 progresses. At the moment, it's been a good start, and let's hope it continues that way. We will be back on Wednesday for that Athletic Club Barça semi-final of the Spanish Super Cup, a whole other competition in this busy month of January. From us here in the studio today, that is all. Thank you very much for watching. See you Wednesday. We're leaving you with the press conference of our head coach, Hansi Flick. Bye.
Bona nit, Hansi, i bones festes i bon any. M'agradaria preguntar-te per Ansu Fati i per la posició que l'hem vist jugar avui. Si el veus com un suplent
Do you see him as being a super sub?
Perdó, és que ho acabo de tirar tot a terra. Si el veus com un suplent de Lewandowski o si el veus
Do you
més
see him as a
a
replacement
les
for
bandes, com l'hem
Lewandowski
vist
or
avui.
somebody who can play on the
I'd like
wings?
to ask you about Ansu Fati. If you think Ansu Fati is an alternative for Lewandowski, or you see him playing in another place in the pitch? Thank you.
So today and the matches before, we had Ansu always on the left side. So also today, maybe he could play also number 9, but we prefer that he playing number 11.
Hola, Hansi, Marta Ramon en directe al Barça Juga RAC1. Li preguntarem a Flick per com tot el soroll extraesportiu està afectant l'equip i si li dona encara més valor a aquesta victòria. After all the noise that has been affecting the atmosphere of the dressing room these difficult days because of Dani Olmo and Pau Victor's case, and after the situation in La Liga, do you give even more importance to this victory in this field today?
No, no. I think everyone wants that most of them are back because they are important players for our offense, and yeah. So this is what I can say. But of course, today we played very focused. We played like we want. So there was nothing to see or to feel that the team suffered about that. No, we are professional. We have to play. And the team did really good.
Mister, hola. Buenas noches. Adrián Albets en directo para el carrusel de la serie Moguts de Ser Catalunya. Today, players like Frenkie de Jong or Pablo Torre had the opportunity to show his level, his quality. What do you think about their performance? Do you count on them during the season a lot?
Of course, I think we never know what happens, and this is very important that all of the players are fit, they can play, and today they showed. And how I said before, I'm happy with that, the performance of the team.
Hola, Hansi, ¿qué tal?
Hola.
Raúl Fuentes de Radio Marca en directo. My question is about Ronald Araujo. What do you think his game, Araujo, and what do you think he can contribute this season?
For me, Ronald is now he came back from a huge injury, but you can see today. So I always stayed in contact about the second half. If he can play 90 minutes, I have to take care about that. And he said, okay, I can play 90 minutes, so it was really good. But you can see his quality. He's really a leader. He's a captain, and also in the dressing room, it's good to have him because he wake up a little bit more, and this is what I like.
Vamos con las dos últimas.
Hello, Hansi. Alex Lluet para Superheroes TV. I would like to know if Lamine Yamal is fit to play against Athletic Club de Bilbao on Wednesday, and if you have the training plan for the next week. You train in Barcelona and then you train in Arabia. How many days in each city?
No, we will travel on Monday. Yeah. We train on Monday in Barcelona, and then we train on Tuesday in Saudi Arabia, and this is all what we have before the match against Bilbao.
Lamine Yamal is fit?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so.
La última.
Hi, Hansi. Congrats. My question is about Rafinha. It's a technical decision, player issue. They no come to Barbastro.
No, it's like he has some problems, but I think he trained today and it was good. But he has some problems and was not able to play. So this is why he didn't travel with us.
Perfecto. Gracias. Buenas noches.
Gracias.